player who's still producing at superstar levels in Kevin Durant. Golden State, 22-5 with Jimmy Butler and Steph on the floor together. Steph is still.
The final whistle has blown. The game is final. But we're not done yet. This is Green Bay Game Night, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee. Alongside Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher and former Badger and Packer Gary Ellerson, here's Emmy Award-winning Homer.
It doesn't seem possible. The Packers are 4-1-1. They have won 4 games, and in every game, they have scored exactly 27 points. Never led till the end. Packers beat Arizona. I would personally like to thank their coach for going forward on 4th down up 3. They have now lost 5 straight by a grand total of 13 points. But the opening statement always goes to Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. Tausch, take it away. Winning is good.
Winning is fun. Winning is good. And we finally got a road win. So tonight, we all were it was 5 or 6 weeks ago now, maybe even more, that we picked up Micah Parsons. Tonight's the reason you do that. Game changers change games. Micah Parsons was that tonight. And even, the 3 sacks, but if you watch the end, you finally had to keep your back in, limiting some things. He continued to show up. And tonight, you didn't play your best. I got a ton of tweets and talk about that first half. You found a way to win a game that you didn't play your best. And that feels so much better tonight than it did last week up at Lambeau. We probably played a much better game last week than we did tonight on the surface, but tonight feels a lot better because it's a road win against a team that maybe everybody's going to think isn't that good. They've played everybody tough. Green Bay found a way. Their playmakers did what playmakers do at the end of games. They made plays when they needed to. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. Tucker Kraft, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Micah Parsons, bing, bang, boom. You get all of that. You find your first road win. And I think where it was, and it had a chance to be a real ugly weekend in Wisconsin sports, thank you to Micah Parsons for saving the Wisconsin sports weekend from being completely abysmal. Kudos to you, Micah. Kudos to you, Goody. And thank you, Jerry Jones. That is my opening statement.
Yeah, I knew you'd get Goody in there eventually. He did.
He made the
pulled
move.
It off. Yeah,
he pulled the trigger. Yep.
I
I
agree totally.
Arizona. I give Arizona credit. They played better. I was expecting this to be a hard-fought game. It's a road game. You're stuck on a tarmac for hours. It's hot. I don't know. The crowd was probably closer 50-50, but it's hard to win in the NFL. And Green Bay played very clunky to start, but they're big boys, and I give Laflur a ton of credit.
Yep. He went for it, baby.
The easy play there is to kick the field goal, but you know what? If they do that, they got beat. If that game they lose 26-23 at the end of that game, if that's what they would have done.
He appropriately did not believe in his defense.
Which I understand in today's day and age. They're tired. You can make all the things. That's the part that I think you're going to diagnose and say, but in today's day and age, you got to trust your playmakers. And that throw on 4th and 2, if that doesn't go after having to use the timeout, everybody would be killing Matt Lafleur.
Yes.
Everybody. But and that's why we better, and I'm sure you saw it on your timeline, and I'm guessing Shug and some callers will be all anti-Lafleur tonight.
Really?
You have to give flowers when people make big, bold moves and they work.
Yeah. Well, and then you know what's amazing, Tausch?
What's
Of
that?
course, Jordan Love, he just went through all the progressions. It wasn't like he looked at Kraft. Excuse me. We don't have plays. We just, whoever we have, just a normal. Dude, he was throwing to no one but Kraft.
It was 85. I don't know what the play was. You can get 2-jet raise or whatever it was. It was 85 get open. And 85 did a great veteran subtle, if you watched, little shove. Just a little out of his break.
Didn't
just
straighten
a little,
it, yes.
Yeah, just a little dead arm. Like, get out
Not
of
to
my
be
way.
confused with a 3rd and 7 early on the drive when he caught a pass for 8 yards. He just happened to be the guy open then, too.
Tucker Kraft is a dog.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was exactly – this is what NFL football is, Homer, and that's why you go out and get game-changing players, because otherwise you're going to just be kind of average. And I thought today, for the most part, this was, one of the things I was thinking, this was an average team. This team is still, they're okay. They have a lot of room to grow, and they do. But tonight should give you a lot of hope in the fact our stars shone brightest when needed to shine. And that's why we're talking about a win and not a gut punch of a depressing loss that could have been the case.
Sugar-free, you're on with Tauscher. The Packers win 27-23, and again, they are 4-1-1 in each of their 4 wins. 27-13, 27-18, 27-18, and now 27-23. They've got to be the first team ever in the history of the NFL in which their first 4 wins had exactly the same number of points. But I'll let somebody else look it up. Sugar-free, take it away.
Taking care of business. Mm-hmm. I was gonna get on Laflur, but I got called out by Tao. She was correct. He was correct. He was correct. Oh man, yeah, Laflur. Okay, let me go. Let me get on Laflur. So he gets the field goal kicker out on the field. I mean, he didn't even know what he was doing.
They had
you
7 seconds left with the ball.
You needed to go for it right away on 4th down and save your timeout. But he brought the kicker out, and then he thought, wait, I just used a timeout. So I don't give any credit to him. And in the beginning of the game, he two third downs, and they had 4 yards and 5 yards, and they run the ball. And then on 4th down, you throw it deep. I mean, come on. I mean, whatever. I mean, I like the win. It was strong, like Tao said about the big players, and so they took care of business. They have to get better, just like he said. Also, so. I mean, they're 4-1-1.
By the way, I'm willing to trade Hobbs or release him.
Oh, yeah.
They're lucky he didn't get called for helmet to helmet.
Yeah, he had a helmet to helmet. He did. You're right.
Not to mention getting his butt kicked the whole game. But the stupidity of that, he already pulled out. Yeah, no, if I had a replacement, he'd be done.
Yeah, there's no replacement.
So then I got to stick with him. I'm looking. Yep. I'm looking.
That's a concern. That is a concern. And their prevent at the end too. I didn't like that. The prevent and the short passes. They better get that middle, the short passes corrected.
Oh, I know what I know what I would have done if it was Arizona. I'd throw to McBride every play.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they had no solution for him.
End.
The only time he was mad is when they missed him wide open in the first. Yeah, there's no they.
Well, he was out of his mind, mad.
Yeah,
he lost see him on the side?
He lost it. Yep, I saw it. He lost it. Yep.
Oh, that was so good.
But it's a win. Sugar-free, thanks for the call.
It's a win.
They're waiting in line. Levi.
Homer.
Yes,
Homer.
Go ahead.
So one of the things, because Shug is, and I think there's going to be a lot of calls like Shug's.
Really?
In because of Matt Lafleur, I think there's kind of, I feel like there's perception about Matt. And I'm not going to tell fans I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Yeah.
The sneaky part of this game tonight, obviously going for it wasn't sneaky. Going and getting 3 with 9 seconds left at the end of the half, that changed the game.
Right. Yes.
That changed the game. And Matt Lafleur using his timeouts. Everybody gets after him about clock management and everything else and timeouts. Not many coaches would have done what he did.
They had 1st and 10 at the 35 with 7 seconds left?
Yes, I'm telling you. But he used the timeout at the end of that half to keep it. And then I think Arizona didn't even blink. They didn't think anything of it. And you gash him with that big play, and then old Johnny Havlicek comes in, buries a 61-yarder.
I like that.
And it is just, that play, momentum is a hell of a deal. And that play shifted momentum back, and I think gave Green Bay, because that half was ugly. That first half was ugly.
Correct.
And when you did that, look at the difference in the end of the game. And I know you could say, well, things would be manipulated differently, and there's different, and that's true. But when you look at the end result, if that's a 24-23 game, Green Bay's beat. Those little things, Matt Lafleur deserves a lot of credit for what he did in the game. You want to
It
talk
put
about
them down only a
before?
touchdown, so whenever they score a touchdown, they're tied the game. They're not,
Homer,
they're not
it was,
2 scores behind. Yeah.
I thought Matt LaFleur's time management and how he approached it, and with the bold move at the end of that game to use a timeout, which I can agree with Shug on that. Go for it. He made the right decision because he ended up winning the game, and he deserves props for that.
Yeah. All right, Levi. Levi, you're on with Mark Tauscher. Packers win, and this year, if they win, you know one thing. They scored 27 points. Yes, Levi.
Good evening, gentlemen. Oh, boy. That was really an intense game, but it was a great one to watch. But why won't anybody talk about the kicker who made a 61-yard franchise record field goal?
We're trying to get a cousin sub, He was looking to substitute teach in Cleveland, and now 61 yards.
Havlicek, not Havlicek. Havlicek.
I like Havlicek.
I like both. I think they're both great.
Legendary Boston Celtics, but this is a football show, not a basketball show. But anyway.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, you can tell. Nah, never mind. But when I was watching it, my mom was telling me about Micah Parsons. She said that she looks like Reggie White, but not as big, she told me. I wonder if you agree with my mother, Tausch.
Well, no, Reggie's a lot bigger. Yeah, there's no doubt Reggie was bigger and stronger, but I think Micah obviously is so quick, so elusive.
Yeah.
You said it. He won the game.
He did. No, we don't win the game without
3 sacks.
Period, Finn. 3 sacks, 4 TFLs, wrecked the game, and then he forced them to keep their back in, which their back was killing us out of the backfield with the Charlie check down. He wrecked the game for the Arizona Cardinals at the end. He closed up shop. When you need to close up shop, he got his butt back in the game, even though he was gassed, and then he went out and made a sack.
They had 1st and 10 at the Packers.
He doesn't get back out in the game. Homer, he doesn't come back in and make that play. They don't win the game.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
All right.
That was the play was with 1st and 10. They had just gotten 14 yards to Carter. 1st and 10 at the Packer 26. And I think there's still like 35 seconds left.
We're in big trouble if he doesn't make that play.
That is correct.
Exactly. Can I say one more thing before we go? Because I know you got other callers on the line.
Sure.
Millions.
My one little negative, though, I hope you agree with me, Tausch, which I know you normally most of the time, is the penalties. They had like 10 penalties today. That was kind of a little sloppy but
no, that's the group of you have to factor in the group doing the game leads the NFL.
Yeah, I didn't like the officiating crew. The drop, flop tackle, and they missed a couple helmet to helmets. I don't want all these flags. I'm just against it. And we knew coming in they called a bunch. They did. Green Bay, you don't want to have all those penalties, but again, different games, different refs. Green Bay needs to clean some stuff up. There's no doubt about that.
Exactly.
Thanks, Levi. You nailed it. But again,
thank you.
Put a mark on that. Like every team that plays with these guys, they just have a ton of.
But Homer, part of it is you need to scout that, understand it, and clean your stuff up too. That's also part of it.
Point well taken. They're lined up for Mark Tauscher. Packers win. That means they scored 27. Next.
Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino. Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to skills trainer Clint Parks. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and cola, refreshing Bacardi lime and soda, or a smooth spiced and cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Rum 40% alcohol by volume.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and has the same type of breast cancer who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed 3 new Hope pendants to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase the symbol of hope.
You can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with all 3 modern designs starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $598 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. Call the Carbless Talk and Text Line, 800-990-3776.
I want to do the dog of the game, but it's going to have to wait because everybody wants to talk to Tausch. Packers win 27-23, the only time they led at the end of the game. Jeff in Milwaukee, you're on with Mark Tauscher. It is Green Bay game night. Let her fly.
Appreciate it. I just want to echo what Tausch said about Parsons and Jordan Love and Jacobs and Kraft. But one thing I want to point out is I don't know, Tausch, if you noticed this, Jordan Love he's slowly becoming a master of the game. His footwork in the pocket is unbelievable, not only with creating lanes that he can pass, but, basically knowing when to run. He single-handedly kept one or two drives alive with his footwork in the pocket. And I don't know if you noticed that or what you think about that. That was my first question. What are your thoughts on that? I just think
Jeff,
becoming kind of masterful back there.
No doubt. I think experience always helps that. And what you notice is he realizes if it's man-to-man and there's a little opening, he's going to go. If it's zone, he's more likely to try and bide his time and stay behind the line of scrimmage so he can throw. But he is really, I think he's always been smart. I think he's really figuring out and he's finding the little nuances. He still has a way to go. He still has things he's got to obviously, but that fourth down throw to Tucker and understanding what the coverage was going to be, knowing where he needed to put it, and he did it. I thought Jordan, again, he had a great game last week, even with the pick. And I thought, especially late, he did exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, and I also think that I'm not so sure that he didn't go to the sideline and tell Laflur, let's go, let's not sit on this, let's go for this. And
It'll be good.
I've been a real.
It'll be good to find out what the interaction.
I would bet that Jeff. I would bet Jeff is going to be right because players always want to go for it.
Right.
They always do.
And I actually think one of the challenges I have watching this team right now is, they got to figure out something with Hobbs and the special teams had a couple of big penalties again. But the biggest thing Tauscher, I love your thoughts. They don't have an identity yet, and they're searching for an identity. They're not playing with an edge like they have an identity, and maybe going for it on that fourth down. Maybe that's something that can galvanize them to have an edge and just generally play more aggressively. But I think they need to kind of develop that.
I have an answer for you, Jeff. We heard it, Tausch. They're not that good.
What?
They may become that good, but right now they're not that good. You're asking them to be something
I
they're
agree.
not.
They're not playing.
I'll see what
you know what I agree that they're not playing well. Tausch, what do you think about that identity piece?
Yeah, I think obviously I thought early in the season the identity was going to be the defense and Micah. Tonight it was. I mean, Micah closing up shop was that's going to the storytellers, Wilde and Domofsky and those guys. That is the story of tonight's game, and he was amazing. You're still trying to find that, but I agree. I think this game, even winning it, and it's a great win because it's a road win. You get your next one, and now you move on to, I think a lot of people probably thought, well, it's Pittsburgh next week, trap game, road, hot, all these things. You found a way to win. And this team has a ways to go. Offensively, they have not found their identity yet. They have not found their rhythm. They have still not played a full game.
I can solve their identity offensively.
What is it? Go for it. Tucker
Just tell the quarterback and use him rolling out some of the time. You have him roll out. He has Tucker Kraft on that side of the field. They can't take care of him and Tucker Kraft, and then he has all the other options.
Yeah.
They don't use his run. Now, he had some big plays. They don't seem to make that part of the game plan, and it would be a significant part because I'll defer to you, Tausch. I don't think there's any way to stop it.
It seems as if obviously Tucker is really good, and he's getting better and better. And
by the way, 10 targets. Maybe they listened to you. 2 last week. 10.
I thought that was the thing all week. Wilde's sitting there saying, Golden needs more touches, all this. And my thing was the entire time, you said all offseason, this was Tucker Kraft. Find and get him the ball. When you get him the football, great things happen. We saw that tonight. So, you're going to see more of that.
And my only thought is, I agree, Homer. I agree with your point, but I'm thinking just more globally. I want this team to play with more aggression, more urgency, like they are going after people.
They will after this game. Tausch is right.
Defense.
Tausch, this would change you as a member of this team, right?
You're excited about what you saw at the end, and that your coach believed in you to go make a play,
right?
Because the easy, simple thing would have been the safe play. Was kick the field goal, but I think Lafleur knew if he kicked it, they were going to lose the game. I think
right,
and that's why.
All right, guys, thanks very much.
You bet. Thanks for the call. All right, Packers win. That means they scored 28. And dog of the game. It's not normally first, but it is good tonight. Dog of the game next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Bucks basketball is back and it's time to play. There's nothing like the energy inside Fiserv Forum. The roar of the crowd, the freakish slam dunks, the buzzer-beating threes. Catch the home opener Wednesday, October 22nd against Washington. Then don't miss New York on Tuesday, October 28th, and Golden State on Thursday, October 30th. With new additions to the squad like Miles Turner, this season is set to be electric. Get in on the action with the ticket plan that works for you. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Get your seats now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
I'm with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, you get the benefit of one-on-one relationships with the James team, like when your sales rep said something unexpected. What did they say?
Hey, this is a little high. You're not printing as much as we thought you were going to print.
Then the James team member had even better news.
Correct. Let's bring that down. Let's make it a little cheaper and still keep you on the same program.
The James Managed Print Services Program. All your document output devices bundled under one invoice that includes service and supplies for one low cost per print. Nice, right, Preston?
Yes, felt great. Felt secure, you know. Don't have to worry about, again, somebody just coming in and selling something and then walking away and never hearing from them again.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. You may have heard Congress pass the One Big Beautiful Bill, which President Trump campaigned on. Leaving the non-tax parts out, what does the new law mean for business? To be honest, less than you think. There are larger deductions for purchasing equipment and other fixed assets in the year of purchase. The Qualified Business Income Deduction, or QBID, is now a permanent deduction for partnerships and S corporations. Remember the 1099-K back and forth? The minimum amount for issuing 1099-Ks, which are typically from credit card companies or e-commerce sites like Amazon or Shopify, will now be $20,000. Call us now for a free consultation to see how you may be affected by the new law. Call 414-325-2040 now. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean-green, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. It's time for the Sit Means Sit Dog of the Game.
You see these dogs in your front yard?
Jordan Love.
Dog.
John Jacobs.
Dog.
Micah Parsons.
Dog.
Matthew Golden.
He's a dog.
Presented by Sit Means Sit Dog Training in Waukesha and Milwaukee. Visit sitmeansit.com.
You gotta be the dog. And I'm like, man, we got dogs.
We got to kennel so many dogs. The dog of the game is brought to you, as said, by Sit Means Sit. If your dogs don't always listen to you, or you ask yourself, why don't they listen to what I say? Look no further than Sit Means Sit. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Contact Sit Means Sit Dog Training today in Milwaukee or Waukesha to schedule a free consultation. Go to sitmeansit.com and check out their Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. Take it away, Tausch.
Yeah, I think you're going to be tough on me tonight, Homer, because there is low-hanging fruit everywhere. I mean, it is fall. Leaves are falling off of trees. That fruit is starting to sag, and it is a plethora of low-hanging fruit for you and for our fans to go grab. I'm going with a difficult call, but I think it's the right call because without this, the Green Bay Packers don't win this game. Matt Laflur is my dog of the game. The decisions he made.
Why would I be against that?
Before the end of the half, and then the Stones at the end, the safe, conservative play, which I think, if he doesn't convert that 4th and 2, we're all crushing him today and tomorrow and next week. Matt Laflur laid it on the line. He made the decision, and his players went out and executed. Matt Laflur went to his guys that he trusts to do it. They delivered the goods, so I'm not going to be mad at you if you go that route. But Matt Laflur, woof, woof, you are my dog of the game.
I mean, there are different options, but, Havlicek.
Yep.
I mean, the fact that a guy who was looking at being a substitute teacher could convince the coach, hey, I can make it from 61. Well, what do you mean? You know who you are. You're Mr. Practice Squad
Homer,
kicker.
The Packers are going to have to keep 2 kickers on their roster the rest of the way.
Yeah. Only because of the injury to the other one. You're not replacing him.
Here's the deal. McManus comes back and he's healthy. He's going to be the kicker.
Correct.
You're not giving this he's proven it, man.
Yes.
Kickers are too valuable. You don't give this.
At some point, if I knew my kicker was healthy, but not initially.
I don't know, man.
You're going to keep him for the whole year.
I think so.
All right.
No, I think so.
But the other, I can't give it to him because, to me, it's Jordan Love. And here's why. So Jordan Love goes on a scramble in the second half and just gets annihilated. Just gets destroyed. And yet,
that was a big hit.
He was willing to scramble on the next play. He took 5 yards. He got 5 yards. It was the penalty. They called it illegal use of hands on. But then he scrambled on the next play. So while Micah Parsons was certainly the most important player, we have players that were, in terms of dog of the game, they just did things that...
all over the place.
Yes.
Yep.
Because Parsons, you knew he's a dog, but
But Homer, there's degrees. He was barking. He barked all night.
Yes.
So you can have a dog that's kind of yips at you a little bit, maybe bites a heel. Old boy was barking, and he was barking. 4 TFLs, 3 sacks. It was too easy.
Yeah, I got to change. I'm going back to Micah Parsons.
You got to go Parsons.
I just wanted to mention Jordan Love and then, of course, Havlicek. But yeah, it's got to be Parsons.
I'd feel like we're being negligent if one of us didn't take Micah. So I'm glad you did. You've always been a low-hanging fruit.
I believe in low-hanging fruit. I just, for a guy that doesn't run much, and then to get hit the way Jordan Love, and then say, all right, if I have to, I'll scramble on the next play, and he did.
He just made plays, man. Your playmakers showed up when you needed, and that's why you won the game. And that's what the league is all about.
They're lined up to talk with Mark Tauscher. And again, earlier than normal, we don't normally do dog of the game, but there were just so many dogs. When you got a kennel, you got to move it up in the list.
You got to. There's a dog. There's dogs barking. Yeah, we got to roll. Yep.
That'll be next, along with your calls. Packers win when they scored 27. Exactly. They always win. 27-23. The only time they led was at the end. Packers now 4-1-1. Next Sunday night, they play against Aaron Rodgers and his team. Flush it or flush it. Next.
We're back with Green Bay Game Night after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free. Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Love, Jacobs, McKinney, Golden, and now Micah Parsons? This year's gonna be fun. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard to find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. Flush it.
We failed multiple times with bad ideas. I didn't know were bad till I realized they didn't work.
Or flesh it.
Yeah, that's one idea. Or we can work as a team.
Brought to you by Gordon Flesh Company. Business technology managed. Taking the worry out of your office equipment and IT needs.
Yeah, flush it or flesh it. Is the standard still? Packers need to make the NFC Championship game or the season is a disappointment. But that will be addressed, flush it or flesh it, after Mark Tauscher talks about the Gordon Flesh Company.
Oh, I love the Gordon Flesh Company, and it takes a team to meet just about any goal. That's as true on the football field as it is in the office. And the Gordon Flesh Company has been providing cutting-edge technology for companies of all sizes for what a wonderful number, over 65 years. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Are the Packers good enough to be viewed as NFC Championship game or bust? Philly 5-2. Packers 4-1-1. Detroit 4-2. I should mention the Bears 4-2, but I'm not going to. Tampa Bay 5-1, and the Rams 5-2. Mark Tauscher, is it still appropriate, given what you've watched, to say NFC Championship game or bust for this Packers team?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You'll flesh it. All right.
Yeah, I will. I think you look at this thing, and you just mentioned a bunch of teams with records similar. I mean, Green Bay has the tie, and that beats out the teams with 2 losses in Detroit. But this season is so Natasha Bedingfield. There's so much to be written yet. We're at
what is that?
Natasha Bedingfield, she sings a song called Unwritten. Like, this story is unwritten. Like, you're just getting into the
Should I have known that?
Thing. Probably not.
All right.
I probably shouldn't have brought it up with you.
I'm glad you clarified. You did. Move on. You helped me out. I'm good.
So we're 4-1-1, and the reason I'm optimistic, we know we see our stars, and they've shown bright tonight. We have so far to grow. Now, if you think this is the best we're going to be, you could say, Tausch, you're nuts. Because this team, as they're playing right now, they're not going to be an NFC Championship team, not on a consistent basis. But they're finding ways, and that's part of this whole deal. In October, you got to find ways to win games and get better and stay healthy and keep competing. And they found a way to win a road game for the first time all season tonight. Their test will be big next week. There are going to be a lot of challenges. It's going to be a hectic, goofy week here again with preparing for Pittsburgh, but you got it done. And I think Green Bay, with their stars and where they're at, you put them all in one big old pot, and you put Tampa in there, and you put Philly in there, and you put Detroit in there. All of these teams have looked bad and struggled at some point this season, including this team. But who's got the young stars that you will trust and count on when push comes to shove? Green Bay will be right there. Whether or not they get it done, or if they get beat in the divisional round, or you're talking about, you kind of have a good idea of who the playoff teams are going to be in the NFC, and Green Bay is going to be in there. And then at that point, you stir that pot and you see what soup you got.
And I would add, it emphasizes the importance of winning the division.
Yep.
Because looking at that group,
you don't want to have to play 3 games.
Correct. And
yep.
Not going to happen.
You don't.
So, yes, flush it or flesh it. Flesh it. Green Bay Packers, still the standard. Make the NFC Championship game or bust. Nate, Mo, and Jason are waiting, and they will be next. Packers win 27-23. Never led till the end of the game. But they did get it tied a number of times because they only trailed by a touchdown, thanks to John Havlicek, their new kicker. The sub. Cousin Sub's got to work on that. Dude thought he was going to be substitute teaching in Cleveland. I might ask Tausch if you can ever remember somebody who joined the team at some point. Yeah, I was working Subway weekends and decided, and now I'm in the NFL. That is next.
More Green Bay Game Night coming up on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit means sit dog training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic. Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water. Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular. The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature.
Will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman. Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist, the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's. We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. So the big, beautiful bill is now law. How does the new law affect individuals? For starters, the current tax rates topping out at 37% are made permanent. Taxpayers age 65 or older get an extra $6,000 deduction, but with a phase-out. Social Security is still taxable as it has been. You heard me. Social Security is still taxable, depending on your income. Individuals may deduct up to $25,000 in qualified tip income. Up to $12,500 of the premium for overtime pay is deductible. Of course, there are restrictions. You earned it, we help you keep it. Call 414-325-2040 now to set up a meeting to see how you are affected by these and other provisions of the new law. Don't be surprised on April 15th. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. Call the Carbless Talk and Text Line, 800-990-3776.
Hey, little lady, I know you're feeling crazy. All your other friends are busy making them babies. Been out in the
Packers are 4-1-1. They win 27-23. And I keep saying it because I believe it's never happened before in the NFL. A team with 4 wins, and each of the 4 wins with exactly 27 points. Tito's always good, but Tito's, like everything else, is even better when you're winning.
After a big W like tonight, had a couple tough losses with some other Wisconsin sports teams. Tito's is always the best to have in your glass. Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled 6 times till it's just right. Tito's is known for its great vodka, as we all know, but also giving back and doing good for dogs. A lot of dogs tonight. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation in Austin, Texas. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Mo is next. Mo, getting to him early, only waiting 47 minutes tonight. I hope he appreciates that. Mo, you're on Green Bay Game Night with Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher. Let her fly.
Yeah, this was a gutsy win. I mean, and Tausch, you kind of took the words right out of my mouth.
It's a good word. It's a gutsy win. Yeah, I like that.
It is.
Yeah, definitely gutsy. Could have easily lost that game, but they found a way.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned Matt Laflur at the end of the first half there. I was thinking the same exact thing. I was very happy that he didn't just have Jordan kneel the ball and go into halftime. I thought that was a momentum-changing sequence there for the Packers. To get that 61-yard field goal before halftime was incredible.
Huge.
I thought Quay Walker played with his hair on fire all game long. And he really set the tone, especially in the first half when the team just seemed flat. Quay Walker was a man on a mission, and he's my dog of the game. We could say Parsons, but Quay Walker is mine. But here's the thing, fellas. I think next week, if this Packers team could beat our buddy Aaron Rodgers, and we know what he would always say, the galvanizing moment. Next week, if they beat the Steelers, I think that's the galvanizing moment of the season. I think they'd go on a run, and I think we'll have a very interesting conversation next week if they find a way to win.
Love it.
Game's just not that important. Just isn't. Not as important as you're making it. It's just Aaron Rodgers plays on another team.
Homer,
What?
you're looking at it from and thanks for the call, Mo. You're looking at it from it's an AFC team and it's
Right.
a win, it's a loss.
Right.
But Homer, here's what you're not getting.
Yeah, what am I not getting?
There's different things mean different when it's against people that there's a difference. Like, come on. Emotions matter. Homer,
I know you're going to give it the emotions, but once the game's over, I will say, look it, win or lose.
Homer.
I said it before the year started, they would lose, but yeah, no, it's one game. It's just not that important. What?
Homer.
Yes.
You've been in this business a long time.
Correct.
You drive emotions.
Right.
Emotions are what makes sports. It's why you've had a job for 40 years. It's why we do this.
Right.
Emotions are what make this thing great. This game, while it means one game in the calendar, you don't think this game's going to mean more to Matt Lafleur and his team? You don't think this game means a ton to Aaron Rodgers?
Fine.
Of
That's
course
Aaron
it
Rodgers.
does.
He's an old man. He doesn't have much left. Yeah, it means more to him.
Well, you're an old man.
I would think the Packers
you're an
will
old
be
man.
smart enough to know not to think too much of it if they win or too much of it if they lose.
Homer, we all say that. Hey, everybody says that. And then later on, when you're done and you have everybody doing their media stuff, it means more. It is only going to be one game, and you're going to move on.
Yes.
But is it going to be – I guess the question is, I would say to Mo, it will not be some galvanizing moment unless Jordan Love kind of outduels him late, and it could really, give Jordan that extra lift that, oh, baby, here it is. That could be a part of it. But in the grand scheme of things, you're right, but it's different. It's not going to be the same thing as going to Arizona and beating Jacoby Brissett. Like, come on. Better than that.
I know it isn't, but it is. That's what I want to emphasize now.
Homer, you know better. I don't like when you do that. You know better.
I know, but it needs to be emphasized that while everybody gets excited and you know better, in the end, you also know better that it's not. But we'll play along with it is. Yeah.
No, but it is.
All right.
And you know better.
No, I don't. I know you say it is because people get excited.
He knows better.
Now you even had to throw in the Jordan Love part. Yes, with Jordan Love, that's one player.
That's part of the deal, bro.
But no, I would say to emphasize to Jordan Love, it ain't part of the deal. This is just one game. Don't make too much of it.
Sure.
Win or lose.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure.
That's right.
Okay.
So we get excited.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
I like being. No, it's just
Hey, you know what? It's just like the Bucks playing the Pacers, all this stuff. It's the same thing as if they go to beat the Washington Generals down in Washington. Like, come on.
Yeah, it is. That's right. That's what you have to know. And you play it up while you're getting ready for it, and then you accept it. But the way you act as a head coach and as a team is important.
It is, but you have to understand people, like there's certain games that have more emotion to them.
Yes.
This one does.
It does.
It will mean more.
And I got to learn how to handle the emotion, and I'm trying to handle it better, and you're not letting me. All right, we will go to Jason. You're on with Mark Tauscher.
Who told you need to handle your emotions better? You don't. Let it rip. This is sports. Let's go.
Regular season. On the road against an AFC team. Yes, Jason. With an old man at quarterback.
So I want to make Goody's biggest fans night by sending a huge thank you out to Goody for A, trading for Micah Parsons, and B, signing Lucas Haversack. Parsons had a Reggie White-like performance.
Mm-hmm.
I was so good today. I was so good. And Tauscher, you're the biggest fan. He was so good, I could almost overlook the signing of Nate Hobbs as a boundary corner. And again,
if I could replace him, he'd be done. I'd release him tonight.
Oh,
if I had an alternative.
And I'll say, no, Homer, he could play slot. The idea that he's a boundary corner, even Goody's biggest fan, and I'll say it again. Thank you, Goody.
But he has the capability of making a huge screw up at the worst time. He's shown that.
No. He can't play boundary corner for a team that's seriously thinking about contending for a Super Bowl. But tonight we were outgained 330 to 260.
Yeah.
The better team for much of the game was the Jacoby Brissett-led Cardinals, but we crucially won the turnover battle. Thank you, Rashawn Garrett. Now, I have a question that I'd like both of you to
Tausch gets to answer this one.
Answer.
Sure, I'll answer.
Okay. I'm watching, and it's 20-all, and there's a kickoff. The Packers, the Packers, not to let a guy get out of a tackle at the 25. They face mask. The Cardinals start at the Packers 45.
Yes.
The next kickoff, it's a nothing, and the Packers guy, 2 refs throw the flag for an obvious holding. What would it take? And I mean this for Rich Bisaccia to get fired in Green Bay. Would he have to shoot the mayor?
Boyd, I have to answer this. I have to answer this. There's no chance. And let me emphasize, he hits to the same category that I mentioned about Don Morton. All right, special teams. Even when they're good, they're bad. And when they're bad, they're really bad. And the end of this game is a perfect example, not only when Arizona returned it, but then when the Packers, they had a hold on the return.
Two flags on the same. Homer, I called in 6 weeks ago, calling him the Joe Barry of.
You apologize to Joe Barry.
Special teams coordinators.
You apologize to Joe Barry.
Seriously, what do you have to hit on Mrs.
I don't know. Let Tausch gets to answer this. I'm done.
Tausch, you know and I know, when you have someone doing their job that poorly, it affects the entire organization. It is an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment every week. And it's going to bite this team as it's bitten this team.
It could very easily, yes.
In
Excellent
2021.
point.
It's awful.
Special teams have been a trouble spot under Matt Laflur. He went out, and I know I've gotten into arguments with Domofsky about you went and paid for the best special teams coordinator in the business. The special teams have not been the best in the business. They have cost us games. They've cost us games this year. Again tonight with the return, it feels like they clean one thing up and then another leak springs. So it's nothing. I don't think anything's going to change. You're not going to change coaches. Matt Lafleur needs to get that fixed, and how he goes about doing that. He keeps trying, but as we sit here right now, there's still way too much leakage and too many issues that continue to show themselves on the special team side of it.
Thanks for the call. And now the time for Mark Tauscher. He gives us his opening statement. Now he gives us his closing statement because he will spend the rest of the show on assignment as Gary Ellerson and Jason Wilde come on later. Tausch?
I don't have to change a ton off of what I said. Stars need to make big-time plays in the big-time moments of games. The Green Bay Packers stars did that tonight between Tucker, between Jordan, and obviously Micah Parsons closing up shop. I think there's a lot of things that we still need to get better at. But Matt Lafleur, I tip my cap to you. You made a big-time Stones move that dictated whether or not this team won or lost tonight. You went for it. Your team picked you up, and you went out and won a football game that could have easily been lost. And if that would have happened, I don't even want to know what the narratives would be. But to the victor go the spoils, and the victors write history. Tonight, this team found a way to win because of their stars shining bright when it mattered the most. The Green Bay Packers found a way to get it done. And now, I guess according to Homer, you go just head and play another ordinary old regular season game
but
at
not
Pittsburgh.
that important. Don't let Tausch, I hope the coaching staff is not affected at all by all that you've said. That's the problem.
No, this is going to be there. Everybody's going to say the right things, but it's going to matter a lot more than just some ordinary regular season.
Why is it going to matter a lot more? Well,
because
tell
emotions.
Tell us why.
If you would let me finish, I will.
All right. Sorry.
Emotions matter. Sports are about emotions, controlling them, using them. This is going to be a highly emotional game. And you need to be able to control them, but you also need to let this is going to be a monster game nationally. This is a huge game in the grand scheme of it. But yes, it's one game in the schedule. But from an emotional capacity standpoint, this is going to be a big boy operation. Everybody wants it even a little bit more, because when you play those that you know well and that you love and that you maybe even don't, you'll want it even a little bit more. So there's going to be a lot of attention on this game, and I know I'll be part of it. I love it. I cannot wait for next Sunday night.
Thanks, Tausch.
You bet, guys.
They're still lined up. Nate, Sean, Jim, Gary Ellerson, Jason Wilde still to come. Packers win 27-23. The record now 4-1-1. And the Bears won again. They're 4-2. The Vikings lost, and the Lions still to play this weekend. Nate, Sean, Jim, you're next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
I'd like you to listen to a little question and answer session with James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark. He oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors. Preston, why James?
I do feel like that we are partnered, again, as opposed to being sold to.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
If I need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
That works for you and the business, right, Preston?
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to worry about it.
Plus, there's IT-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems.
I've got information that I can then go to my superiors with and say, hey, here's how we can save a little bit of money.
And
then I kind of look like the hero, too.
Want to be the hero in your office? Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and cola, refreshing Bacardi lime and soda, or a smooth spiced and cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Run 40% alcohol by volume.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Are you listening? Whoa.
Yes, the Packers play Aaron Rodgers' team next Sunday night. It's the evening game. If they win, they're likely to score 27 points, as they have in all four of the wins. Gary Ellerson coming up a bit, thanks to Mark Tauscher. 4-1-1 for the Packers. Nate, you are on Green Bay Game Night.
Hey, what's up, Homer? Great win for the Packers.
Yes.
I just feel like a lot of Packers fans looking for that dominance like they had after games 1 and 2. It's a long season. Think about all the injuries. Devontae Wyatt's been out. Van Ness was out today. Jaden Reed's been out. Christian Watson hasn't been able to return. So all teams kind of build and get better and progress as the season goes on. So like to Tauscher's point earlier, I don't think – saying, well, the Packers have to have a lot of growing to do before they can be a contender. I mean, that's any team at this point in the season. I don't think there's anything unique about the Packers in that way, but football's a game of replacement. And basically, your roster is your roster, and if enough guys get banged up, it's not going to be your season. So if Devontae Wyatt was out for the year, right, if Jaden Reed was out for the year, if there were some of these injuries, I'd say they're not going to make the NFC Championship game. But these guys are coming back. And that's really where my hope lies in them being able to get back to a performance, like they had against the Lions in week 1. Injuries are huge. And then just also to say to the turnovers, Jordan Love had a turnover deep in his own territory in the loss against the Browns, the tie against the Cowboys. Today, no turnovers, obviously a huge turnover forced on our side. And a lot of times that is the difference in the game. And it was today. So
your number one concern on this Packer team at 4-1-1 is?
Man, I don't really have a lot of concerns.
Okay.
Well, special teams. So yeah, cleaning up special teams, and then getting healthy, right, and staying healthy. So they don't have a lot of depth at a lot of the positions. The offensive line looked really good with Zach Tom getting healthier and healthier, but they don't have a lot of depth there. So they have to pretty much. The guys that are out there on the offensive line right now have to stay healthy. Otherwise, if any of those guys goes down, I think, there's going to be protection issues. You're not going to be able to run as effectively. So you need the guys, especially in the trenches, to stay healthy. They could probably sustain an injury or two in other parts of the game. I know other teams get hurt too. It's not only the Packers, but I just don't think they have a lot of depth. So that's my concern is just, how healthy can you stay for the whole season, in a obviously brutal sport. So
great. Thanks for the call. Next up, Sean in Sun Prairie. You're on Green Bay Game Night. Packers win 27-23. The record 4-1-1. Let her fly, Sean.
5'10", 175. I think the Packers are in trouble. They let a 2-4 team dominate them through 3 quarters. Jacoby Brissett, who was the backup quarterback, completed 14 straight passes.
He did.
And the 2 weapons they had, McBride and Harrison, were given the opportunity to get the ball. And why neither one of those individuals was double covered, I don't understand. If we can't take a battle and or dominate a team that is down in the dumps and is injury ridden down to their, I think they said on the TV, third or fourth starting running back. Like we played a decimated team and didn't lead the game until under 2 minutes left in the game. So I'm worried that the coach, my biggest concern, as you posed the last caller, is my concern is the coach can't motivate and game plan well, and the talent is there to win a Super Bowl, but the coach is the biggest impediment because I don't understand how we scored 0 points in the first quarter and, only 6 with a 61-yard bomb by the substitute teacher. So I'm deeply concerned about our ability to play real contenders. And I know it's one game a week at a time here, but I think Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers are going to destroy the Packers next week by double digits.
Whoa. Well, and fine. That's one game. They'll still be 4-2-1.
No, I know. It's only one game, but that on Sunday Night Football, Matt Laflur is going to show the entire country how bad of a coach he is. And hopefully Goody's watching too. And he gets put on notice.
Have you felt like this? I should know this. Have you felt like this?
Was still on because.
Well, you can address him in a future show. Have you? I should know this. You're a loyal follower of everything. Have you felt this way about Lafleur for a while, or has it gotten worse this year?
Yes. No, it's gotten worse this year. And,
because
Goody.
Because they have the talent.
Whose fault? Whose fault is it going to be when it comes down to the GM coach, when the GM brought in the number one defensive player in the country and has given you your wide receiver number overall pick? Like, look, man, it's got to be on the coach. And putting up 6 points against a team that lost to the Tennessee Titans, who, by the way, have one win and are awful and probably the league's worst team. Like, that's who we're talking about here. Like, yes, it's hard to win the NFL, but we should not be heralding this win as any great milestone and we were lucky to win. Like, it was almost another loss.
We were lucky to win. How does it qualify as lucky?
We went, instead of going for a 3-point tie, Tucker Kraft is a toe tip away from not getting his foot in, and the game's over.
I know, but you took a gamble and you made the play. So isn't that the kind of thing upon which great
it took teams... I guess that's my point. It took a gamble to win. Like, we were.
Don't they play everybody close? They've lost 5 games in a row by a grand total of 13 points. If you're going to say it's lucky, right. I would say it's because the knucklehead went for it when he should have punted the ball and made the Packers.
Well, that was a great defensive stop. Let's give credit.
Why would you go? It was a great stop. Why would you go for it?
Without Micah Parsons in there, your boy Edgerrin Cooper with a huge play. So he should be the dog of the game. I hope he's your MVP. He had a great game. You've been talking about him for weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it occurs as the result of Parsons playing well, and it's all the things they said would happen, which had not been happening. All right, we will take
But Homer, Homer, real quick, after we got the ball back, wasn't that the series where we went ball in the dirt, 5 yards, ball in the dirt?
Yes.
So we did nothing with it.
That's correct. Yes, there were.
And Jordan Love, and ask Tausch, why was there so much air underneath all those throws?
Do you think
Jordan
he throws too? I mean, he missed the one touchdown early. I don't know.
He was doing touch passes, missing badly, and it looks like,
Do you think that's a problem that he puts too much loft? I don't know. You do?
I don't know. I think so. Ask Jason.
All right, we will. We will address that. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, Homer.
You bet. Packers win. They're still lined up to call, even though Tausch is gone. Gary Ellerson coming up soon. Until then, you got me next.
We're back with Green Bay Game Night after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
For every athlete, every fan. Whether you're suiting up your team or rallying your fan base, Alpha Custom Apparel brings fresh, affordable designs to the field, court, or stands. We outfit schools, clubs, leagues, and fans with gear that turns heads and builds pride. Need uniforms, spirit wear, or fan merch in a hurry? Our quick turnaround and unbeatable Midwest-based service means you'll be ready for game day in style. Quality designs, comfortable fits, local service you can trust. Create with us at alphacustomapparel.com.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Bucks basketball is back and it's time to play. There's nothing like the energy inside Fiserv Forum. The roar of the crowd, the freakish slam dunks, the buzzer-beating threes. Catch the home opener Wednesday, October 22nd against Washington. Then don't miss New York on Tuesday, October 28th, and Golden State on Thursday, October 30th. With new additions to the squad like Miles Turner, this season is set to be electric. Get in on the action with the ticket plan that works for you. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Get your seats now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. Call the Carbless Talk and Text Line, 800-990-3776.
The Packers win over the Cardinals. There will be some debate about how good the Cardinals are, given some of their close losses. Again, they have lost, I think it's 5 in a row, and by a grand total of 13 points. 1-800-990-3776. My thanks to Mark Tauscher. The Packers win, and I have not had anybody confirm it. The Institute, I believe the Green Bay Packers are the first team to win their first 4 NFL games in a season, all by exactly the same number of points, scoring 27, 27-13, 27-18, 27-18, 27-13, 23, excuse me. That's why in making the pick for the station, I had the Packers winning 27-18. I missed by 5. Jim, you are on Green Bay Game Night with Gary Ellerson coming soon. And the Packers at 4-1-1 with a game that isn't nearly as important as Mark Tauscher and the world wants to tell you against Aaron Rodgers and his team next Sunday night on the road. Yes,
Hello.
Jim. Yes, Jim. Millions are listening.
The original Homer Dope here. You normally don't comment on other callers, but my guess is, based on his comment about Pittsburgh destroying the Packers, is I don't think he's watched, as I have, the Pittsburgh Steelers' god-awful defense.
Excellent point.
And I've also watched the previous Cardinals games. So I don't think you can assess the Packers without watching other teams and seeing how well their offense,
tell them what
defense,
you've learned by watching it, because I think you make a couple of good points. People have just assumed that Pittsburgh always is good defensively. Their defense is horrible. They're not just bad.
It is with a capital H. And the reason, off of that, the reason in addition to the emotions playing Rodgers, the reasons why next week is kind of special is because of that, is because I go into that game as a Green Bay Packer fan with expectations that this offense can put up 35 points, because Pittsburgh's defense was horrible. And it has partially to do.
Yeah, I think I would expect them to get over 30 or get close to 30. I mean, they get to 27. I would say I expect another 27 or higher against Pittsburgh, even if it's in Pittsburgh. Yes, I'm joining your club. Great point.
So it makes that game particularly special to me, not only because they're playing Rodgers, but it's an excellent game to gauge how good this offense should be and hopefully will be.
Is becoming, yes. You're right. Yeah, and
thank you, Homer.
You bet. Thanks for the call. 1-800-990-3776. We'll take a quick break, and then the opening statement of Gary Ellerson. That's
why do I have to have opening statements? Can I just come on and just talk? Why do I gotta have? I hate having opening statements and closing statements. Yeah, okay. Can I just come on and just talk?
Sure, if that's the way. You don't understand your importance. Okay, here's why you have an opening statement.
I just need
when the president shows up, he has an opening statement. Only important people have an opening statement. That's why you have an opening statement, because your opinion is of such value because of your experience as a player and everything since then. But if you don't want to look at it that way, then you can do that. And however you want to view it, that will be next, because we need a break here.
I'm afraid we're going to have a no Kings walk if I'm being compared to the president. Okay, fine. Hang up.
Gary Ellerson, however he wants to call his opening statement, next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Goldsmiths are essential to running a jewelry store, but they're extremely hard to find.
Goldsmiths can repair jewelry, set diamonds, resize rings, and create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces of custom jewelry.
Most jewelry stores do not have an in-house goldsmith.
But Kessler's has 18 wonderful goldsmiths working in our 9 Kessler stores.
The average Kessler's goldsmith has more than 15 years of full-time experience.
And that's not counting all the apprentice goldsmiths and jewelry designers.
Our goldsmiths repair a lot of jewelry that we did not sell.
Bring us your broken jewelry and we'll bring it back to life.
When you see a woman with an extremely attractive, very distinctive engagement ring,
You can safely assume that it's a custom-designed, one-of-a-kind ring made by the goldsmiths at Kessler's.
When your relationship is special, you need a special engagement ring.
if you want something that's breathtakingly one of a kind,
come to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Love, Jacobs, McKinney, Golden, and now Micah Parsons? This year's gonna be fun. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard to find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount liquor.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
The Green Bay Packers win over the Arizona Cardinals. This is Green Bay Game Night on Homer. We had Mark Tauscher, and we still have Jason Wooler. Joining us now is Gary Ellerson, Packer, Badger.
Why do you feel like you have to say my full name?
Well, how would you like me to do it?
Gary Ellerson.
Because you're famous to me.
Okay, fine. Fine.
How would you like me to do it? You have the ability.
No, it's fine.
You complain, but then I will do the stuff any way you like. I know how special you were.
Stop.
I know.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, we're not doing that. Joining us now is Gary Ellerson.
Okay, fine.
Thanks for coming to a Green Bay Game Night. And
what can you give me? Here's what I like for you to do, because you always want an opening statement and a closing.
Because I wonder what you think. You watched. Hold on, I'm going to do it another way.
Yeah.
You watched the game.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that stood out above everything else from the game?
I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that. Once again, offensively, we just don't have an identity. They just don't know.
I got one for them that I'll help you with. I agree totally.
Quite what they're doing yet. They just haven't figured it out.
Right.
Last year, Josh Jacobs, they know they want to run the football, but they haven't been able to do that, and that's because of injuries on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had Jordan Morgan at right guard today.
But they played the same guys the last couple games now.
They have. So I think they're getting better. If you look at the last
but can
game,
I tell you what their problem is?
Go ahead.
He doesn't know.
This is my opening statement.
I know.
So in my opening statement, you can't interrupt me.
Oh, okay.
Because you asked me.
All right. Yes, and you told me they still don't have an identity, and I thought, you're not done.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Okay. I have to go through all three phases.
So once I raise my hand, then you can go to me.
I'm a teacher.
All right.
I
you're
got
good.
You.
Good.
See you. I see you, little Johnny.
I don't need to say anything after I raise my hand.
You're the first one. I got you.
Okay, go.
So they don't have an identity yet offensively, and they got to figure that out. And this is going to change even more when Christian Watson comes back, because then that's going to upset the apple cart. So they don't really fully have the identity should be what Arizona is doing, Trey McBride. So the identity should be Tucker Kraft, and then build from there. That's what they should be doing.
Just so you know, he did have 12 targets, I think, today.
Who, Tucker Kraft?
Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So that's what it should be. Defensively, Homer, we talked about sticky coverage last week, and you're all over my butt about it. Mm-hmm. Why they don't do it? Did you see why they don't do it tonight?
Because they're no good.
They're not good back on the back end. Did you see it?
I did. Yes.
Did they do it? On the Homer Hour, you questioned me.
Why?
Why?
Right.
Because I told you, Homer, here's what they should be doing. If they're doing 1, 2, 3, drop, throw the ball, but they're playing off, they need to be sticky coverage, press man, or a zone and still bail out. And you go, well, if you know that, why are they doing it? Well,
and we came to that realization because they don't believe in those people.
Tonight,
yes.
I told you the reason why they're not doing it because they're not quite sure.
So, all right, I agree with you. Now, what do you do next?
There is a saying, and I don't quite know how it goes, but you have to dance with the girl that you brought to the dance. So, Keyshawn Nixon, Hobbs, is it Ballantyne or Valentine? Which one is it?
I think it's Ballantyne, but
all those guys, and I apologize to their parents I didn't get their name right. All those guys.
Valentine.
Yeah, all those guys, we just got to go with it. It is what it is on the back end. Because the best solution is sticky coverage. Hopefully it's 50-50, and you either get a penalty, you don't get a penalty, or maybe you break up a pass.
Right.
Special teams. Looks like they shored the special teams up. We're not having as many problems that we were having 2 games before that. They found a field goal kicker, place kicker. They found an extra
John
point
Havlicek.
kicker.
Love
him too.
Yeah.
And to their parents, I'm going to let you apologize by Havlicek. But Havlicek, that'll do. The Hundo.
Haversack is his name.
The Hundo.
To be compared to John Havlicek is awesome when you were trying to find a job as a substitute.
And so that is my opening statement. Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts on the special teams. I just want to let you know, at the end of the game, as a result of bad special teams and a penalty, Arizona started at the Packer 45-yard line. And then when the Packers got it, they had a penalty, and they started on their 16. When the game was on the line, special teams were again sloppy and horrible.
So I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
But I'm looking at those huge momentum swings, like punt blocks, those types of things, fumbles. I mean, big momentum swings that those things you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you. But they're not huge momentum swings where you can't overcome.
Okay.
Those penalties or those field position, if your defense is good enough, you can overcome that. But you're not, for example, you're right.
They did overcome.
Points. You only got 2 points off of that doggone block. Was that a block extra point they got 2 or 3 games ago?
Correct, yes.
You only got 2 points off of that, but it was such a momentum swing, they couldn't stop it. Those things we don't want.
Right, and in this game, the 61-yard field goal was a momentum swing.
Huge for them right before halftime. Yep. So you got to take the good with the bad. They're not where they want to be special teams-wise, but from where we were, we're better because this could be a disaster for us if you didn't have, what's his name?
Haversack.
Yeah, that could be a disaster.
The guy's substitute teacher.
That is, what, the longest in Packer history?
I believe so. Mm-hmm.
Okay, since 1919.
No, his story is getting close to the Vaughn story of the Brewers. There's no way to explain it.
Yeah.
And it's not going to continue. He's Mr. Practice Squad guy.
Yeah.
But
Now, so I don't, because I didn't hear your callers. I know you don't care about them, but because I didn't hear your callers, and I never hear what Mark Tauscher says, I just want to tell our callers this before we poo-poo the Arizona Cardinals. And you probably have already said this.
No.
The Arizona Cardinals are not a bad football team. They've lost 4 games in a row. Up until this point, I believe the last 4 games, they've lost by 9 points.
They've lost now 5 straight by a grand total of 13.
So which means they've been in every ball game.
Even with the backup quarterback.
And I don't want to make excuses for the Packers. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to tell you this. From my point of view, flying to the West Coast is just hard to do. I know you don't take any stock to that.
I do.
But it's hard to do. Even more difficult when your plane's delayed for 5 hours and you got to do walkthrough on a tarmac. Upsets the apple cart. But
even
no
without
idea.
that, Arizona has to be shown some respect in terms of the games that they have played.
Well, right. I'm just saying, if Packer fans would understand how good Arizona it wasn't a pushover team. How good Arizona has been, or how close they've been to winning.
Last week they lost to the Colts 31-27.
Yeah, but they probably all lost these games home. And I haven't done any research, but I think they've lost all these games by being up.
Right. Didn't they lose one because the knucklehead dropped the ball?
Yeah, knucklehead dropped the ball.
And they wouldn't have lost the Titans.
And he punched the kid. And so which he should have got fined about. He should never do that.
He didn't really punch him.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Yes.
If that dude, the head coach, would have came up to me and did that to me,
you'd have flattened him.
I'd have knocked him out.
Yeah. Yes, I will join that club.
I'm telling you right now.
And after you knocked him out, you might have stepped on him on your way out.
No, I wouldn't have stepped on him.
You wouldn't?
Nope. Because then they would have sent me to the locker room, and I would have called my mama. And that's what my mama said.
What would your mama say?
You did the right thing. Come on home. And they would have had to pay me because I'd sue them.
See? Excuse me, can I just tell you why you
should not happen.
That's why you have an opening statement. You just explained right there why you have an opening statement.
Okay.
Those comments and your history. Yeah.
I knocked him out right then and there. Absolutely. No answer. And they sent me to the locker room, because I was going to be the player's fault. But they sent me to the locker room right then and there to call my mama, and my mama would have backed me up, and they would have sent me home.
And people should know
that there's
you
no
leave
room
out one part. Your mama would have backed you up because of the situation.
Yes.
It's not like she backed you up every time.
Oh, no. My mom
you
was
have to
my
say
worst
that.
Credit, dude.
Correct, but you need to throw that in.
Oh. My mom was a school teacher, okay? The first in our family to get a college degree in our family.
Yes.
For the longest time, up until my sister got her degree. She was probably the second in our family that got a college degree. So
I just wanted to make sure people understood that.
Oh, no.
Like some mothers would defend their son regardless.
No.
Yes.
No. Not at all.
Packers win. We'll get to your calls if you wish to talk to Gary Ellerson, 1-800-990-3776. We don't, but we have tons of things from YouTube. YouTube has become so popular. People have some great comments.
Am I on YouTube right now?
Of course you are, yes.
Can they see me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You look pretty good.
Sure. Okay. It's getting cold.
It is? It's
getting cold
supposed
outside.
to. It's been lucky it hasn't been cold.
Was out in the heat shed last night.
Mm-hmm. Please explain what that is.
Well, I'm going to let you explain it to him.
It's one of these nice places he's built where he can go out. It's like you call it a he shed?
Well, I call it the Lambeau Lounge.
Whatever. It's one of these places in the back of the yard. It was built wood.
Yeah.
But the best, and has a TV. But the best part is that there's a fireplace.
Yeah.
Stove, just old fashioned. So everything
old
else
stove.
is secondary because you feel like it's just, I want to go out and I want to spend time with my fireplace. Well, what are you, crazy, Homer?
And
There's
my
a
dogs.
TV.
And
No,
my dogs. My
all
dogs
of which,
are always there.
all of which are secondary. The first thing is, I want to go out there and spend time with my fireplace.
Pretty much.
The wood.
Yeah,
And it's just,
yeah.
the wood, and then you get the color when the fire's strong, and you see the logs there and stuff. All right. So we will have YouTube. If someone else wants to call, that's fine. We'll also talk about Pato, but we're going to break first. Packers win, and we'll also discuss the insignificance or importance of playing against Aaron Rodgers and his team next Sunday night. Next.
More Green Bay Game Night coming up on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
October is here, and if you've got old windows, it's time to eliminate annoying drafts once and for all with Window Nation. Right now, during the Brewers postseason, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free, plus pay nothing for 2 years. And be sure to ask how you can score a pair of tickets to a 2026 Brewers home game. Don't miss out on free windows, 0 payments for 2 years, and Brewer tickets from Window Nation, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Offering soon, so visit windownation.com now to get started.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWSpineCenter.com. That's OAWSpineCenter.com.
The holidays are here, full of joy, family, friends, and yes, a little hustle and bustle. That's why you need Aleve. Between cooking, shopping, and all those extra errands, aches and pains can sneak in. Aleve is here to help with long-lasting body pain relief. Don't let body pain slow you down. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, you can keep up with the season's magic and all that awaits. Pick up Aleve and get back to what really matters, making memories. Use as directed.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and cola, refreshing Bacardi lime and soda, or a smooth spiced and cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Run 40% alcohol by volume.
No matter what we were doing, the Brewer game was always on. Kind of the background of my childhood. I wore number 17.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that was my number.
Yep. This is my friend Jim Gantner. Jim was always my favorite player. We did Jim's roof up in Eden.
Right. The great job he does on homes. Most important is honesty, integrity, and doing a great job.
See how Big Fish Contracting is renovating homes and redeeming an industry at bigfishcontracting.com.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776.
It is Green Bay game night. Always like to mention Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. Dozens of self-service, and over 2,000 square foot video wall. Seating for over 200, full restaurant and bar, VIP deck, and more. It's a sports betting paradise. And I like saying that because I say, no, it is a sports paradise. The sports betting paradise, but everybody has to go there. You will not find a better place to watch a sporting event, betting or not. So it is a sports betting paradise. It is a sports paradise. Bet above the rest. And from 6 to 8 on Monday, Gary Ellerson is there with Greg Matzek. In the show that Gary Ellerson likes, because he likes a day later, and that people may have calmed down or they've given it a little more insight than what Homer might do right after the game. How's that? Is that a good analysis?
That's a great analysis,
Okay.
Homer. That's about what it is. And then tonight, we get to just react.
Yeah.
What you feel? Let us know.
Yes. And Adam, Sun Prairie, you're on with Gary Ellerson. Let her fly.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Adam.
I wanted to say I thought the thing that'll bring the Green Bay Packers offense together will be Christian Watson. I think once he comes back, it's going to open up the top on the opposing defenses. It'll be like the cherry on the top, and it's going to open up everything underneath for Golden, Dobbs, Jacobs out of the backfield, and I think Christian Watson is going to bring the chemistry of this team on offense together. And that's what I have to say, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Adam. Take it away, Gary.
Disagree.
Because?
How many balls are there available? You got to figure out how to work them in. You already got a guy that's taking the top off the defense.
Golden.
That's Matthew Golden. Now his role's got to change. Disagree. It's not going to be pretty when Christian Watson comes back. I'm just because the offense to me is already sort of in flux a little bit. Now you add this dude, and it's a great problem to have. Don't get me wrong, but you got to figure out now where do we go from here? Because Romeo Dobbs, I believe, I think he's your leading receiver right now.
Oh yeah, yes.
So you already have established him. You got Tucker Kraft, you got Matthew Golden, and now what they have done. They've gotten Josh Jacobs more involved in the passing game.
Yeah.
And now you bring in Christian Watson. You got to do more than just throw it deep to Christian Watson than on the 9 route. So, to me, Matt Laflur is going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, I can help him out. That was what I had my hand up for. By the way, Tucker Kraft, 10 targets, caught 5. I believe Tucker Kraft should lead in targets every game. Romeo Dobbs had 8 targets. He caught 6. Josh Jacobs had just 1 target. The what you have to understand, and I'll get Golden and Watson together and say, look, you're only going to get 3 or 4 catches max any game. But let me tell you this. I can show you Carroll, Dale, and others. 3 or 4 catches, we expect you over 100 yards. If we're using you right, 3 catches, 105, 4 catches, 125. And they aren't going to be able to stop both of you. When both go out there, if I know what I'm doing, one of you is going to be open in such situation because our offense, and this is where Homer's really helped me. I'm Lafleur now. Because we have Kraft short. All we got to do is roll out Jordan Love. The combo of Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft is literally impossible to start. And I haven't even talked about when he rolls out and instead of throwing it short to Tucker Kraft, he stops and throws down the field for a 60-yard pass to you. Or we run the ball with Jacobs. The mistake we made is that Jordan Love is in the pocket way too often, given his ability to run. I don't want him to run that often. We cannot be stopped if you roll him out more often to take advantage of our tight end, and both of you are going to make 50-yard catches every game. One of the two of you. Every game we're going to have a 50-yard catch, and it's going to be one of the two. But you have to be patient because you're not going to get that many catches.
If they throw 20 passes, how many rollouts you want to see?
I'd have to check how many they have. I would say.
No, I'm asking you.
I know, but I'm trying to
if
think.
If they throw 20 passes, how many rollouts you want?
7.
No, not going to happen.
Why not?
No, because you get away from it. It's a drop back offense, Homer. It's not a rollout offense.
But he can roll out and throw to Tucker Kraft, or he can roll out and stop and throw it long.
Those are designed. That's right. Not. It's a pro style drop back passing offense. It's not a rollout offense.
Well, I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run,
this is not Lamar Jackson.
No,
this is not.
It is.
This is not that offense.
It is more Lamar Jackson than they're using.
No, that's not who he is. This is a.
He is. That's who he is. That's what I'm saying.
This is a pro. No, he's not. He's not Lamar Jackson.
No, but he has the ability to make that part of his.
No,
play.
not like that.
Not as much.
No.
Well, then how many do you want? 5? I'll take 5. I just need some.
I mean, he's not as elusive as that. He can run a little bit, but I don't want him. I mean, you can do it as a play off of a play off of a run play action pass. You could do that. But it's not if I throw 20 passes, 15 of them's got to be rollouts. That's
I said like 7. In addition, once they got a deal, I said 7.
Okay, fine.
7 out of 20. Once they've got to deal with that, okay, hold on.
What?
Once they've got to deal with that, then when he stays in the pocket, that was going to make that more successful as well, because when they get it to him,
it's got to come off play action.
Sure, however you want to do it.
It's got to come off of Josh Jacobs.
However you want to do it.
That's
it. Okay.
Well, you want to make it look like something.
Yes. I can make it also look like I'm that drop back guy that just drop backs.
This ain't just D Wade coming down throwing it up.
Correct. I'm saying that creates.
This got to look like something.
Right. That, however you tell me to do it, creates another option that makes everything else even more open.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Alvin Harper.
The second receiver for the Dallas Cowboys after Michael Irvin.
Well, during Michael Irvin.
During Michael Irvin.
He was a deep threat.
Yes.
But they only had one of them.
Correct.
The Packers got 2 of them.
I know.
So that's the issue that you have. You got to figure out how to bring these guys.
Well, in some plays, you can run them both.
Yeah.
They got to cover them both. Something's going to be open. I got Tucker Kraft. I got the rollout. I got Jacobs. I got Dobbs underneath. There are enough options that they should be unstoppable.
I'm saying it's easier said than done.
I agree with you totally.
Easier said than done.
But I'm adding that extra version, the rollout, which would help. You don't seem to be sold.
To me, it's gadget.
Okay, all right.
I don't need enough gadget plays. What you got?
Nothing.
I got something.
No, well, I was so focused on that. Now I have to go to the other one. Here we go. Ed. Chef Ed. Yes, it's a win, but you can remove the moniker of Super Bowl contender. Just above average. Speaking of the Packers.
What are they, 4-1-1?
They are 4-1-1, sir. All right, go ahead and respond to Ed.
Pull your NFC.
I got it.
Standings.
I'm ready.
Up. You got
ready
NFC
to
standing?
go? I do.
Where are they at, NFC standings?
All right.
The Packers.
I don't know how you mean that. We have the East.
Records.
Hold on. We have the East. Philadelphia's 5-2.
Okay.
We have the Packers 4-1-1. The Lions are 4-2, and they're playing. The Bears are also 4-2, but I don't know if you want to. Tampa Bay is 5-1, and the Rams are 5-2.
Okay. So where are they? They're second place?
I would see. I say they're part of that group. Nobody has been so impressive. But it emphasizes to me they must win the division because you can't need to beat a number of these teams.
Right now, the NFL changes every year. You just don't know. And right now, it doesn't feel like there's that team. It doesn't feel like the Philadelphia Eagles when they were doing it.
I can tell you who the team is now.
Okay.
The team is Kansas City Chiefs now that they got
it's AFC. I ain't worried about that.
Right. In the NFC, yes.
Hey, I'm talking about
NFC is Philly, Packers, Lions, Tampa, the Rams, and maybe even Atlanta.
Yeah.
But yes.
Atlanta got a ways to go, but yeah.
They're all.
Well, Atlanta's got the best defense.
So, yes, it's better. I want to start to join this club. The fact that Philly doesn't seem as good has changed everything.
Right.
Everybody's.
Right. So that raised everybody up. Philly can be beat. Now, they go beat Minnesota today. Barely, but they beat them because that was in Minnesota. It's a tough place to go play. But the Packers are right there. Packer fans overreact. And here's why they overreact. Because against Detroit and Washington, they haven't played that well since those 2 games.
I agree totally.
To be honest.
Yeah.
And that's why we're all messed up right now, Packer fans.
Yeah, they played like the defense.
Yeah.
And
offense did too.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that since then.
And the defense, even today, where you had Micah Parsons win the game,
right?
The defense still had. They just ran the ball down their throat at teams. It was just. It was too easy for Arizona to move the ball very soon. Man, they had more yards.
And it felt good with Brissett back there. I mean, he just took what they gave him. That's what everybody's doing right now with the Packers. And they're taking some deep shots today. They knew they could throw it deep on Hobbs. They knew that. Or any of the guys that they had back there, they weren't afraid to do it.
Yes, you correctly analyze that, but you have not given us an alternative or anything that makes us feel better about the rest of the season.
Well, you asked me for alternative last week, and I told you sticky coverage, man. Now they did it. Didn't they expose? So
no, that's why I said I don't know. All right, what's Plan B? Well, no, you got it.
I gave you the Plan B.
Well, no, but
plan
now
B,
we got to have Plan C.
And Plan A, was soft zone. Plan B, sticky man coverage, all that didn't work. Now, now you just guys got to play better.
You know what I do? Just like Laflur showed, you got to be willing to gamble.
They did.
But, I mean, even more so. You got to be able to, we're coming after you. No, we're going to hurt you, and we're going to pay at times. We're going to pay at times for long passes.
Well, if you had to do outside of Micah Parsons defensively, the player of the game, Quay Walker.
Yes.
He was a grown-ass man tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 1-800-990-3776, or we'll take the questions, and they're good ones, from YouTube. Packers win next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into nonstop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee's Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Love, Jacobs, McKinney, Golden, and now Micah Parsons? This year's gonna be fun. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice-cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard-to-find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
The NBA season is officially here, and we're going hard from start to finish. Every player is showing out. All 30 teams are locking in. To win it all in this league, fans and players need to give everything. All season long. The American Express NBA tip-off begins Tuesday on ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and has the same type of breast cancer, who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed 3 new Hope pendants to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase the symbol of hope.
You can can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with all 3 modern designs starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $598 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
In the Midwest, we know the real deal on the field and in your wellness routine. Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan offers top-tier Michigan-grown CBD products, no shortcuts, no synthetic knockoffs, just clean, green certified, organically grown CBD crafted for fans who expect the best. Whether you're gearing up for the game or winding down after a win, swing through Higher Love just across the Wisconsin border and experience the highest quality CBD in the Midwest. Higher Love, the real deal, no limitations. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776.
We are Green Bay Game Night. Gary Ellerson, the Packers win, and I claim, and no one has argued it, they are the first team in NFL history to have 4 wins, and in each win, they scored exactly the same number of points. 27.
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't happen. Never happens. Well, it has with the Packers. Roman, you're on with Gary Ellerson. Again, the game next week, which we will discuss soon, is against Aaron Rodgers and his team as to the importance or lack thereof. Yes, Roman.
I'm not worried about that. My question, or it's actually a 2-part question.
They always are.
You look at the end of the first half. The Packers look like they ran out of gas already on defense. Micah Parsons is leaning on another player. It's like they can't get off the field. They're standing around. They look tired. Last game against the Bengals, they gave up a 10-minute drive to open the third quarter. It's like the defense, I think, is reading too much about their press clippings and saying they're overrated. In the second,
wait, hold on. I want Gary to address that. So you think they're tired before they should be tired? I mean, they're not. Okay,
they don't
right?
Look
is that
like they're in shape?
Gary? Is it a question of being in shape, or is it what?
I don't get it. I mean,
So you're observing the same thing.
I don't get it. I don't. Yeah, he's right. But football's not what it used to be. I mean, they don't train hard like that anymore. It's almost a marathon than a sprint.
In terms of all the games? Or the
I
length?
don't think they play themselves in shape, but I think they don't push themselves as much as we used to do it. I would.
They want to try to be healthy at the end of the season for the playoffs.
Yeah, and then they just kind of go along and win some games along the way. Yeah, a lot.
You agree with that?
You know what would be a perfect example of that? The Dodgers. The Dodgers knew that they had a talent, but they didn't play everybody.
Correct.
Throughout the season. Then when it was time to put everybody together, everybody's healthy. Next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, the Brewers beat the Dodgers during the regular season. Yeah, that didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, but it's 162 games to 17 games. When 17 games mean everything. 162 games, you can take a couple.
I wanted 17 go. I'll let Gary finish because I wanted to ask you. I heard Steve Young on a show a couple weeks ago, and they were asking about teams. He says, guys, this is just the preseason.
Yeah.
Like the first 4, 6, 8 games or whatever. It's just like, I don't even care.
Yep.
Call me in the middle of November.
I told you this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
Gary, Steve Young said the same thing.
I know.
He said, like, well, thank you, Homer. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is. The first 4 games is all preseason.
So we're still in kind of preseason.
They're working themselves in
once
shape.
you get the game, where you're playing 17 now, once you get the game 9, 10, right?
Yeah.
Then you start talking. All right.
And hopefully you're in it by then.
Yeah, and they will be.
Yeah.
Roman, thanks for the call. Anything else?
No, one more. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, I got one other
It was a
thing, though.
two-part. You're right.
Yeah, Gary, you were saying that last week or a couple weeks ago when the guy made the screw-up for the Cardinals where he dropped the ball before and the coach punched him in the stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are getting paid millions of dollars. How do you reprimand a player that makes a major screw-up to cost a team a game?
What, playing
If you
time?
can't reprimand
Hold on.
him
Listen,
by
Roman, he just
grabbing
answered
him by the collar.
Yeah, you can't touch players anymore.
No, I know you can't touch him, but then how do you reprimand a guy that's making millions of dollars for making a major screw-up that costs your team a victory?
Well, you do one or two things. Playing time, you cut them.
Right.
Well, it's like nobody cuts anybody anymore.
Sure
Only guy that
they
did
do.
that
They're
was
just not
Vince
people
Lombardi.
you've heard of.
Yeah. Yes, playing time when you cut them. I mean,
And you're right. If you're
you say
paying him a
it's-
lot of money, then it's hard to
you
cut
can't
him.
cut him, but then you cut back his playing time.
Yes.
Which means that he doesn't get incentives, which means he doesn't get paid, so
Yeah.
it affects his checkbook. one
Now,
way or
when a guy does that, and I have to keep him, he's not playing for at least one game.
Yeah. Because it's stupid. It shouldn't happen.
Correct.
Just go ahead and run the ball in. I never did.
It should
miss
never
like that.
happen.
Should never happen.
About some things you can
Should
be
never
perfect.
happen.
Right. So you're out of game, maybe two.
What
I
are
don't
you
know.
trying to do there, bro? Run the ball in.
Yeah. What?
I don't get
It's
it.
a great question.
Yeah.
What are you trying
What
to
you trying
do?
to do there, bro?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You have an answer?
I just shake my head, man. Some of these dudes I watch play these years, man, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I'm not connected with any of these guys. I
Right.
just don't.
It's a great question. What are you trying to do? Yeah. Excellent. Roman, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Roman.
All right. Now we got
Thank
somebody
you.
here.
Somebody's in the building?
No. This is a YouTube Great Questions.
What?
For having one of the biggest fan bases and being America's team, we have one of the dumbest fan bases. It's really embarrassing.
God.
Our fans whine and wins.
They do.
How pathetic is that?
They do.
This is not Gary. This is Nathan.
They do.
Yeah.
Is that your son?
No.
Okay.
No. You people.
Yeah, they do. Our fans are just, I mean, you should see. I mean, it was almost like on my timeline, on my Twitter timeline, at Gary Ellerson, it was almost like Packer fans wanted them to lose. I mean, they just find a reason they want to bitch
They
about
played
something.
at a level that
It's
they
just-
could have lost.
Well, but Arizona's a really good football team. I don't think our fans actually really
Really good?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
They're
They're not
really
really
good.
good.
Homer, look at all the games they were in. You guys didn't think
Oh,
this game was
now
going to be
we're
close?
really good if we're in the game?
Yes.
You're good, better than the record, but really
they just
good.
couldn't close it out. It wasn't. I think our fans thought it was going to be like a 20-point game.
Oh,
and it wasn't that. What did
yes.
Vegas have them at?
Seven.
Was it 7? So there
Yeah.
you go. What did they win by? 4?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were behind the whole game.
The
They
whole
only
game.
tied.
Perseverance is the key to this game for the Packers. They persevered to get this win.
And they won. Without Parsons, they don't win the game.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt about it.
Right.
No doubt about it.
This is why it
All
make
you
the
people
difference.
talking about how much money you make, there you go. He won your game.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Matter of fact, he won your Detroit game too.
Yeah, but that.
No, because they were overhyped. Everybody. The defense
that
was
was-
unbelievable.
Right, but that was one play made. This was.
Doesn't
This
matter.
is what Parsons.
Well, it was a takeover game. But I'm just
Right.
telling you, that Detroit game, he won it.
Okay.
Just by his presence. He didn't have to do anything.
Time to play Bo Melton at cornerback. I would.
They may not have anything left.
Well, he's not a cornerback. They
he's
just
not.
added that to keep him on the
Yeah.
squad. But
Mhm.
I would give it a shot. I'm really bummed at Hobbs, not because of his ability, but because of his stupidity. And that can hurt you.
Yeah.
That could cost you in the game.
It could.
And you're right. They have no option,
Yeah,
so they
no
got to
option.
play
They
him.
got
But
none.
I gotta do something to get him to understand a toughness without a stupidity. You just can't.
But that's who he is.
That's
though.
who he is.
He's always been that way.
So I just have to accept that if I put him
as
in. All right.
if you're a coach, when you knew
Okay.
you signed that guy and he did something stupid, you go, well, he's always done it.
Yeah, and if you didn't want that, you can't sign it.
Then you can't sign it.
All right.
Just
Probably
know it.
true. All right, we'll get to more questions on YouTube. They're fantastic.
Can't wait.
And 1-800-990-3776 if you want to call in with someone as something did. Packers win. The record is 4-1-1. And remind me this, Will, when we come back, I want to start with the discussion of the Packers against Aaron Rodgers and his team. The name of the team is irrelevant because it is Aaron Rodgers' team. That's who they're playing next week. The judgment is to how important it is because it's Aaron Rodgers' team. Next.
More Green Bay Game Night coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to skills trainer Clint Parks. Find Here District now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and cola, refreshing Bacardi lime and soda, or a smooth spiced and cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Run 40% alcohol by volume.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. So you filed your return and owe the IRS money you can't pay, or you haven't filed a return for years because you are afraid you will owe the IRS. Whether it is income taxes, payroll taxes, or sales tax, we can help. Often we can file back tax returns and get your refund. We negotiate payment plans with the IRS or settle with the IRS for sometimes pennies on the dollar. We get the interest and penalties reduced, which are many times greater than the original tax owed because so much time has passed. Stop the sleepless nights and worrying they will wipe out your bank account and garnish your wages. Your situation will not go away if you bury your head in the sand. The first meeting is free. Call now, 414-325-2040, or visit nealgroup.net. You earned it. We help you keep it. That's 414-325-2040 or nealgroup.net.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776.
The Packers won 27-23. Here are the winning scores in the games they've won this year. 27-13, 27-18, 27-18, 27-23. I've mentioned it more often, but it is bizarre. For Window Nation, they have a 90% customer satisfaction rate, which I think is important. It's nice what I tell you, but it's even more important what the customers say. And it's getting to be that time of year that's close. They can get it done now, right now. And new windows from Window Nation. Buy 2, get 2 free, plus no payments or interest till 2027. The offer ends soon, I think at the end of the month. And you can also get home game tickets for the Brewers because they are the official spot for the Milwaukee Brewers. And I think that applies even though the playoffs have finished. Schedule your free estimate today at windownation.com. Yes, you tell them Homer said you can do it now. No, they can do it right now. That fast, and buy 2, get 2 free. No payments or interest till 2027, and the possibility of some tickets for next season. We'll get back to the Packers, but I think everybody should know that the player for the L.A. Dodgers who hit 3 home runs and struck out 10, that is the greatest athletic achievement in the history of American sports. I can't say international sports. No human has ever done things so different in the same game. It would be like a football player throwing 3 touchdown passes and returning 2 interceptions for touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's never been done. Babe Ruth did it, but when he pitched, I don't know that he ever hit 3 home runs.
No.
So it's the greatest greatest achievement ever. Yeah. I had to think about Wilt Chamberlain 100 points. That's pretty incredible, but to go with what was done, he'd almost have to have like 25 assists and 100 points. It's like, be a part of every basket scored. He either scored it or he assisted somebody else scoring. There's no way to compare it. And someone made a great point that he's been doing this for like 7 years and no one else has attempted to do it.
No.
Nobody else, which I assumed would happen. Somebody will say, well, I guess you can pitch and hit. I can do it. I'll give it a shot. And since he started being Babe Ruth II, I don't believe there's one player that has attempted to do both.
No.
Which makes it stand out.
Well,
even
because
more.
No one's been able to do it. And
right.
He's the only
Makes
one.
you wonder if anyone will be able to do it.
No,
someone will one day.
We were watching Unicorn, buddy.
Yes. That's a perfect example for it. Yes. A unicorn.
Yeah. Who's playing tonight?
Atlanta and San Francisco. The 49ers will probably win because they have everybody hurt and nobody thinks they can win, and they always do.
Atlanta's supposed to be on the come up right now.
They are better, yes.
No one defense in the league.
And now back
but you're
to
right.
you.
49ers are
back
up
to you.
10-3
Yeah, back to you two.
Yeah.
All the teams suck this year.
Right.
Now that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Well, you know why that guy says that? Because he can't give the Packers any credit.
No.
Okay.
That may be part of it, but I would say, other than Kansas City seems to have figured it out offensively now with all their guys and the speed, but everybody you think is good has done stuff and you went, that ain't very good.
No, we have parity in the league right now.
Yeah, it would appear that.
Yeah.
And you could have parity, but if you have that one team, like I think it's Kansas City against the league.
It's back to. And see, I don't think so either. I think you're going to see them hit another low. It's back to what we talked about is the 4 games preseason,
right?
Because that's when you play your.
And
players.
you're right. Kansas City can have a lull because they're like the Dodgers. They know what's there at the end, and they've shown right now how good they can be.
Right,
yeah,
they have a lull, then they'll try to fight back and get it back again. I know a lot of people don't like Kansas City, and I'm not saying I'm a great fan of the Chiefs. But you know what I like about them right now, because I love football and how it works, is when you have a team like Kansas City and it's a champion, and how they try so hard to continue to be at the top. And it's fun to watch.
Because you know how hard it is?
To try, and that's the excitement right now that excites me about Kansas City, is how hard they're going to try to continue to be the best team.
Now,
in the
answer
league,
this about that, because if I was on that team, it would be really hard for me because I'm one and done guy.
Yeah.
Like, I got the ring. I don't need to.
No, because those guys, but
you can't be that way.
No, it's like blood in the water. If you're a shark, you've tasted it. You know what that feels like. The confetti and all that being.
I know. I've done that.
No, but you want more.
You want more, really?
You want more.
See, and I don't need more.
Yeah, and then you've got a lot of guys in the locker room who wants more, and the guys who don't have it want to be like those guys that has it.
I mean, I understand there is a value to going after being a legend.
Yeah.
There has to. You just still have. The Packers clearly had it. The group with Vince Lombardi.
You want to talk to me about the Pittsburgh Steelers real quick before I go?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
What you want to ask me?
I think the game is. I understand the emotion, but it's still just one game, and it's reasonably insignificant. It's an AFC team. It's on the road. You can lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. So what? Aaron Rodgers is an old man. It's kind of like. You understand that there's more emotion, but that doesn't change the reality. The reality is it's one game, doesn't mean that much. You maybe need it just in terms of the record you might need to win the division. But the chat is just so much more nothing than everybody wants it to be.
Well, I can't agree with you on that. You're further from the truth on that.
Explain why.
It means a lot. And Aaron Rodgers is going to make it mean a lot.
Fine, Aaron Kent, he's an old man.
He's going to keep talking about it.
Yes, fine. Let him can do that.
But it means a lot in the ways of you let a guy go, the franchise, and you want to turn the page, and you got your guy, and your guy's Jordan Love,
right?
Who takes a lot of heat from Rodgers' lovers.
They lose by 50 points. You still made the right decision.
No, well, some people will see that, some people won't see that, but that's okay. But this game against Pittsburgh, Homer, is bigger than what you really think. It's not just another game.
They'll talk about it like it is.
Yeah, and it's not. It's pride, right? It's pride on the line. I mean, there's a lot of pride. And you want to beat that dude.
Right.
The worst way you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you want to beat him that badly?
You want to beat that dude.
Why?
Well, because it gives you the stamp that the organization did the right thing when they did it.
But we know we did the right thing.
No, but not everybody knows.
Fine, I don't got to worry about all them.
You know what? What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Monday.
I want to hear you talk about this tomorrow on your show.
Sure.
Yeah, and I want to really.
But I understand the fans, and I understand their energy.
Because you love to do the little things. What the things you like to do? Like give me a poll. I want to see the poll.
Poll. I know the poll. People are going to.
And just poll the people.
People are going to say it's a big deal.
Yeah,
they're going to disagree with me.
Yeah, poll the people themselves.
I'll play along with it.
Big game or not? No, it's a big game. It's a big game. No doubt about it. It's a big game. And if you lose, you're right. It's an AFC opponent, all that, but it's a big game. It's a huge game.
And it's a big game, a huge game because why?
Because I think you let the guy go, and he's going to make it bigger than anything else.
Well, he's going to do that.
And everybody want to feel that they did the right thing, and he wants to feel like he still had some left in the tank.
Right.
And Mike Tomlin wants to feel like that he's got over.
Okay.
So it's a big game.
Fine.
It's not a rivalry game.
Right. No, it's a big game, but just because it's all kind of made up in the sense that
it's not made up.
Right, everybody,
these are real feelings.
They're real feelings, especially on his. Especially on his, but he's wrong.
Too.
On ours, we know we made the right decision.
Yeah, Matt Laflur and Jordan Love, they will never say it, but yeah, they want this game.
I'm sure they do, but they know they made the right decision.
Don't kid yourself. The defense does too.
Sure, that's a good challenge.
They want to win it for Jordan.
It's a good challenge, but the last thing I want is for them to make more of it than it really is. Pittsburgh's defense is horrible.
I'm going to give you an analogy. When Aaron Rodgers left, the lead singer left. The band started getting the credit.
But I had to bring another lead singer in.
The
key was that guy good, and I know it's good.
No, they don't. Then the band got the credit. The lead singer is gone. The band itself.
See, my answer to you is you're right, but it's going to be a big deal for 1 week.
What's the dude name that left Journey?
I don't have any idea.
The dude that left Journey, he thought he was going to, and then they went and got another guy that sound just like him.
Right.
And they still selling
But
records.
we're way beyond that with Aaron Rodgers.
No, we're not.
We're not?
No.
I'm fearful that they're going to they lose, they're going to think, well, then this is a big deal. No, they made the right decision. Everybody knows they made the right decision.
Yeah.
So you'd like to beat him, but.
No, you got to beat this dude. You got to beat him down. You got to beat this dude down.
Okay, so what if this is my concern.
And if you don't,
what?
Move on.
Yeah, move on. It was a big deal. You can't just move on.
And the feeling of it, and the game of it, they know it's a big game. Beat this dude down. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to do him like that one team did Brett Favre last time he was in Minnesota. Put him out.
That was fine, but if you don't.
It's one game, but that game gonna hurt you. They put a lot in moving on from
That's
Rodgers.
fine.
They put a lot into that. And they gave the team back.
When the season is assessed, it won't even get any mention at all.
Well, it depends on what the assessment of the season is. If they're in the playoffs, it won't be mentioned.
Right.
If they're in the NFC Championship game, it won't be mentioned. But if they do anything less than that, it'll be mentioned.
Maybe.
And especially if Pittsburgh is there.
And that the interest to me that it's big is with Aaron Rodgers is not that he plays the Packers. He plays everybody in the division. So his ability to play well and beat the other teams in the division. Success for the Packers winning the division could be the result of Aaron Rodgers helping them. Or not winning the division could be the result of Aaron Rodgers not helping him.
Yeah.
The importance of Aaron Rodgers is 4 games, not 1.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you, but it's a big game.
Biggest game of the regular season? Not even close. I can name
because
the 2 Detroit games, the 2 Bears games.
The season, it'll be Detroit, either be the Bears. Bears have now won 4 games
Philadelphia
in a row.
at home.
Philadelphia at home is going to be a big
Baltimore
game.
at home at
Chicago,
the end of the year.
last game of the season, they keep winning. Yeah.
Detroit Lions at home.
Yes.
I already got 7 games more important.
Yeah.
So, it's a big game as long as you say it's the 8th biggest regular season game.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Jason Wilde is next. Do you have I can't ask you if you have a last statement.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
I said everything I had to say.
Do you feel, this is a result of what you said in the past, do you feel any better or worse about the team or the same?
Good question. Work in progress.
Exactly the same as last.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. They haven't hit their stride yet. Like I said, it could get even bumpier when Christian Watson comes back.
But it's still so early that wouldn't bother.
They're still an ascending team.
Okay.
They found a way to win today, which is encouraging.
Ooh, they're an ascending team.
They're an ascending team. They found a way to win today when they didn't play their best.
If they had lost, you couldn't call them an ascending.
No, you couldn't.
Right.
Because now you would have lost 2 games on the road, tied 1 game on the road. You got to win a game on the road. You just do to make it legitimate.
Gary Ellerson and Jason Wilde is next.
More Green Bay Game Night coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Bucks basketball is back and it's time to play. There's nothing like the energy inside Fiserv Forum. The roar of the crowd, the freakish slam dunks, the buzzer-beating threes. Catch the home opener Wednesday, October 22nd against Washington. Then don't miss New York on Tuesday, October 28th, and Golden State on Thursday, October 30th. With new additions to the squad like Miles Turner, this season is set to be electric. Get in on the action with the ticket plan that works for you. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Get your seats now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 800-990-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. React to the game by calling the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776.
What a show it's been. It's always a good show when you win. Packers win, and I believe the first team in NFL history to win their first 4 games with exactly the same number of points, 27-13, 27-18, 27-18, and 27-23. So we started with Mark Tauscher, then Gary Ellerson, and now we have Jason Wilde and whatever he chooses to say about the 4-1-1 Green Bay Packers. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Homer. How are you?
I'm good. I thought there were points of interest in the game. Laflur, what he did, and of course this was the Micah Parsons that everybody had hoped for. He won the game.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have single blocked him as much as the Cardinals chose to do so, and then I assume that the Pittsburgh Steelers will be reluctant to follow that blueprint. But he was great. He reminded me, I was just taping our little TV show on WBAY up here in Green Bay with our longtime friend Chris Ross, and I was mentioning how it reminded me, and he cut me off because, he's been trained by you. You guys have a lot in common. And he said Reggie in the Super Bowl when he had the 3 sacks against Max Lane. And I said, no, it was from before I started covering the team.
Denver?
It was when Reggie did what he did against Denver, and against John Elway late in that. I think it was a Thursday night football game back when it was on like TNT. I mean, that was 30 years ago now, so I know that's getting to be Old Testament for folks like Will Summers and other young folks, but he like took that game over in the final moments and sacked John Elway, I think twice.
Yep.
In fairly rapid succession, and it was, I don't remember if it was the 93. It was he got there in 93, so I think it was the 93 season. But it was kind of like the same feeling as I had tonight, which was, well, that's why they got him right there. And I know that Jacoby Brissett is not John Elway, who obviously at that time already had a lengthy history of, the drive in Cleveland and whatever else. But for Reggie to have snuffed that out, that was such a, iconic moment early in his Packers career. And I think this for Micah Parsons, while it may not quite be to that level, it was that type of level and that type of moment. And, I thought that was enormous. And frankly, look, I understand we had a little bit of a debate in our little group chat that we have with Tauscher and Jesse and Josh DiMaggio and Ashton Rotman and Justin Garcia about the decision Lafleur made and him using the line about scared money don't make money, which I've heard a few people on our panel use in the past. But boy, it's a lot easier to say, boy, what a good decision that was, because of the throw that Love makes and the catch that Tucker Kraft makes. They didn't get the defense they were expecting on that play. Kraft was the third person Love looked to. He looked to the other throws that were shorter on that same side of the field. I know on TV they made it look like it was Kraft all the way, but it really wasn't. And that worked out. But if it doesn't, if Love misses him or the guy breaks up the pass, I think we're probably sitting here going, well, which coach who made a gutsy call and had it backfire, which one still won the game? Because that is all made possible by what I thought was an even more bold, and in my opinion at the time,
it was idiotic.
I don't know why you go for it on fourth, and it was not a short one. It was like a 1.5, almost 2, and then you quarterback sneak it. You're winning. You're up 3. Kick the field goal. Or punt. I think it would have been punting in that situation.
Yeah, it was 4th and 1 in the 48.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't have an answer.
Jonathan Gannon coached that like they were a winless Jets team, and they figured they had nothing to lose. This is a team now that has lost 5 games in a row, and the combined total of points they've lost by is 13. 2 1-point losses, a 3-point loss, and then the 4-point loss today and the 4-point loss before. I mean, that's one play going against you, man, and he certainly hastened that with the decision that he made.
I'll never understand it. I don't get it. What's the?
I don't know. You're leading. Now, right. I do want to say too that for all the people that are praising,
there was 5:58 left, so it's not like the game is over.
I understand, but you're look, and in that instance, your defense is going to have to get a stop either way, and they failed to do it. Right? They failed to do it. They get the touchdown, but they have a shorter field to do it in, and the way the Packers' offense was inconsistent, I'm not sure that if they had to go the length of the field, that they're going to be able to get that go-ahead touchdown.
Excellent point.
There's also and look, I'm not part of the analytics world, so I heard some people talking about your probability of winning.
Yeah, and I just want to emphasize it's idiotic. The analytics have to factor in the game and situation that you're in, and if you don't, then you're an idiot.
Yeah, I think we can agree on that. But look, I also think that there were a lot of people because we heard from them on this very program when Lafleur didn't run the ball into the line of scrimmage against the Browns, and instead Love threw an interception. Like, he trusted his quarterback there, right? He trusted his quarterback to make the play, and so we can't sit here and say, well,
Well, why wasn't he trusting the quarterback? Why did he trust the quarterback in the Cleveland game and say it was a terrible mistake, and now praise him for trusting the quarterback? I don't know.
Well, I don't have any difficulty at all, Jason. The game situations, and apparently with analytics, nobody talks about it. The game situations are dramatically huge. That's like saying, well, you did it in California. Why didn't you do it in Maine? Like, you don't realize the massive difference between California and Maine? There's... I'm lost because no one wants to talk.
I agree.
Not you, but I'm saying other people don't want to talk game and situation, and that's high school football, and yet it doesn't apparently matter much. But does to me.
I think my point is just that the coach trusts his quarterback to a degree. I'm not saying he trusts him to the level that you would trust an Aaron Rodgers or a Patrick Mahomes or a Tom Brady, but he trusts him, and it backfired in Cleveland, and you can say, the way that offense was and the way the defense was playing then, you punt it away, and they don't come anywhere close to the end zone, and you win the game 10-3, and you're probably right. But in this instance today, we're also talking here about how good Micah Parsons was, and so if you kick the field goal and you tie the game at 23, you still have to, you got to get a stop either way, right? You can't let them kick a field goal to win.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get the ball back and maybe you kick another field goal. I mean, look, I'm not saying Lucas Havrisik is, the second coming of Adam Vinatieri or whatever.
He is so far.
But the dude hasn't missed a kick.
I know, 61.
Right, including a 61-yarder. So
I want to ask you on the play that we're discussing. All right, they were going to kick, and then they decided to go for it. We're talking 2.5 minutes left. What went on the sidelines? Did Love convince him to go for it, or what occurred?
Well, according to Matt Lafleur, he said after the game that he called the timeout and Love came to the sideline, and he could tell by the look in Love's face that he was disappointed and thought that they were making a mistake by kicking it. Like, it wasn't a gimme field goal, right? I think it would have been a 47-yarder.
Somewhere like that, 45, 47. They were at the 28. Yeah.
So Love, I wouldn't necessarily say he talked him into it. More, he kind of looked him into it. And Lafleur, I think Lafleur probably down deep inside wanted to be bold, and that gave him the excuse to do that. But again, it worked out, and now they're sitting at 4-1-1, and they deserve all the credit in the world for that, because they still clearly have some flaws and some inconsistencies. But that was the bold decision. The play it safe decision is kick the field goal, put it on your defense to get the ball back. And look, even though they got the stop eventually and Parsons gets the huge sack, I mean, it wasn't as if they were – I mean, they also gave up a 43-yard completion allowed
Arizona had it 1st and 10 at the Packer 26 with –
correct.
Like 45, so whatever second. Yes.
Yep. Exactly. So it's not like they squelched him right away.
And they had no ability to stop McBride. I would have thrown the ball to him every play. The only time he didn't catch it is because the pass was horrible, but they didn't use him on every play.
Yeah, he's really good.
Very good, yes.
Yeah. So I think it's what I said on Green Bay Game Day this morning with John Anderson and Brian Bulaga and Gabe Neitzel and Alex Strofe. This is, if you are the team you think you are, and you think you're the contender you think you are, you go and you win this game. Doesn't matter about the flight. Doesn't matter about whatever else. You figure out a way. And they deserve a ton of credit for doing that. Their schedule is jacked up. Their running back is dealing with a calf injury where he had to prove before the game that he was able to play. Like, there was certainly going to be some excuses that they could utilize if they had come out on the wrong end, and yet the guy they paid a king's ransom for, both in terms of financially and in trade compensation, delivered. The quarterback that makes $55 million a year and threw a terrible interception in the Cleveland game, delivered. Their defense, while certainly has some issues, and I'm trying to figure out what the attraction was of Nate Hobbs, because I personally think that they'd be better off right now with Carrington Valentine.
Yeah, I said I'd release him tonight. His play at the end of the game with a stupid hit. I'm worried about his stupidity, and people have said, they can't afford to get rid of him, and then that's fine. But I'm scared that he's capable of doing something that could cost him an important game, and I don't know that he's that good to justify what you are risking. But if they don't have anybody else, they don't have anybody else.
I think you could play Carrington Valentine instead, but Carrington Valentine had his issues in the Dallas game too. It's a hard job, but I have yet to. My point is that I have yet to see Nate Hobbs make a play that said to me, "Oh, that's why they went and got him." Right? As opposed to, you look back in free agency during the Goody era, and there haven't been a ton of free agent signings, and some of them have been, as I like to call them, grand slam home runs, like Jacobs and McKinney. Others have been good. The Smith brothers. Zadarius Smith was a home run signing for 2 years, and then he didn't have any more guaranteed money, so he quit on the team. But there's been some whiffs. Jimmy Graham was a miss, and right now it just feels like he's kind of in that category. Hobbs is, more than thinking. Maybe he turns out to be Adrian Amos, who was like just this consistently solid guy. But right now, you can't say that about Nate Hobbs. You just can't.
At his best, what did he do?
Yeah, I don't know. Tauscher gives me a hard time for this, but when they signed him, I went and watched on NFL Plus some of the Raiders games, and I looked up on Pro Football Reference the games where he, had an interception or had a bunch of tackles or pass breakups or whatever, because I wanted to kind of apply the Homer rule, even though he wasn't a young player. And his calling card is physicality. But again, I'm not sure that this, he was playing in the slot where it's obviously a cramped space, and physicality is valuable there, right? Like if you're lined up against the slot receiver, but they run the ball and you're a really good, run defender, that's going to be a good quality for you to have in that role. They're playing him outside, and he doesn't seem to be the level of a cover guy. And look, some guys have done it. Like Keyshawn Nixon was pigeonholed as a nickel corner only, and he's turned out to be pretty good on the outside, I would argue. But so far, and look, the entire book isn't written, so it's not fair to Nate Hobbs to say, for instance, that they should release him tonight. There's still a lot of football left, and maybe he'll find his footing and be a solid contributor. But at this moment, through 6 games, and he's dealt with injuries and everything else, I just haven't seen that kind of moment where you say, okay, now I can see what Goody and Laflur and Halfley and all the guys, Milt Hendrickson and everybody who decided, yeah, this is a guy that's on our free agent target list. I just haven't seen that guy yet.
Usually we talk about injuries. The offensive line.
I'll tell you the sneaky one.
The post-game injury report is presented by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com today for info. And anybody who has dealt with the Wisconsin Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin knows that there is a difference.
The one, and he came back, which I think was really important, is Quay Walker. Like, I know that there's lots of people that have a negative opinion of him. I just think that he's, I think he is a really good player, not a great player, not a field player. He had 1.5 sacks today. But I think he's really kind of found a really good fit. And when he went out, they attacked right away by running the ball up the middle and did it with success until he came back. So, that's the injury that they're fortunate turned out to not be a major one. Dontavion Wicks left with a calf injury. He had a calf injury he was dealing with during camp. So that, I think, is worth keeping an eye on. So I don't know if that's a recurrence or if that's a new injury. He started the week on the injury report. He was questionable for the game, so that's a concern. And look, the fact that Josh Jacobs was able to play and was effective with the calf injury that he was dealing with and having to prove before the game that he was up for playing, I thought that was a pretty big piece of their success today as well.
How do you feel about the team and the season or upcoming given today's performance and win?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm really looking forward to next week. Like I kind of have that. Part of me wants to go to Pittsburgh, and part of me thinks we've got a lot of stuff going on around here, so I'm okay with not going.
No, you
I'm
need to be in Pittsburgh. Come on.
I'm looking forward to that matchup for sure. But I always tell people that what's great about this job that I've been blessed to have now for 30 years is that it's my job to chronicle the journey and all the twists and the turns and the ups and downs and surprises and things going as expected and then things going completely different than expected. I mean, whether it's the 2010 team that goes and wins the Super Bowl or the 96 team that wins the Super Bowl, there were even twists and turns in those seasons. And in other years, some of them which are heartbreaking to fans, like 4th and 26 and the loss in Seattle, are incredibly compelling stories that while fans don't love the outcome, I love being able to tell the story.
But I don't think this game has the capability of being such a compelling story.
This game does not. It doesn't. But what I'm saying is that you ask me what I feel about where this team is at.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're 4-1-1, and the journey's got a hell of a long way to go. And I don't know what's in front of us. And so that's what's cool about this job is that, we get through those two games and you're like, holy crap. These guys, they're like the 85 Bears on defense. I mean, they're going to be. We got Rasheed Walker talking about them going undefeated, and I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah.
Tito, they're not going undefeated.
No one thinks that anymore. No one thinks they're that good.
No, but what I loved about what Laflur said tonight was I thought he was really forthright and honest about how they're still really flawed, but they won in spite of their flaws, and to me, that's the mark of good teams.
Yep.
Is that until they figure out how to fix their flaws or until they have someone on their team like a Parsons or like Rodgers, who I would always say he was the Packers' deodorant because he covered up the parts of their team that stunk. Like until they figure that out in late November and December and January and are in position to do something special in the postseason, if you can keep winning while you're trying to fix that stuff, that's what gives you a chance in the end. And we've seen teams that, had some ability and had quality players, but they couldn't get they never really changed. They remained flawed, and when they weren't playing a Cardinals team that's lost 5 in a row or a Browns team that isn't very good unless they put it on Miami today, but my goodness. I want to see what they evolve into. The evolution of what the 2025 team is and will become is what's cool about doing this job. And right now they look like a team that, has some warts and has some flaws, but has also the potential to figure those out. I'm really eager to see what they start doing offensively because, they came out and they got the ball to Golden immediately.
Yep.
And then he never saw the ball again. And Tucker Kraft hardly saw the ball until it was crunch time, and then he got the ball. I mean, they, for all the people that are saying, well, they spread it around too much, I think almost all the targets went to 3 guys. Tucker Kraft, I think, had 10.
Mm-hmm.
Romeo Doubs had 8. Golden had 4. So that accounts for 22 of them. And those are, I would argue, the 3 guys that probably deserve the most targets. So the folks that are looking going, well, they're spreading around too much. It seems to me that tonight they got it to the 3 guys that deserve it most.
All right, last question. Talking with Jason Wilde, the Packers win 27-23. That's the only lead they had at the end of the game at Arizona. This is from YouTube. Secondary is just bad. Nothing they can do. Need the pass rush to get home as much as possible to ease things for the secondary. I would join that club.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not willing to say the secondary is bad. I think, there were a couple moments where Evan Williams, who I think is a better player than he was today, doesn't make a play. I do think that Nate Hobbs is a concern. He either needs to play better or be replaced. I think Javon Bullard, they really like him in the slot, but maybe they need to put Nate Hobbs where he's most comfortable, which is where he's played, and play Carrington Valentine. I don't think that all hope is lost in the secondary. But look, if I'm game planning against the Green Bay Packers defense, I am chipping or thumping or double teaming or shifting my protection toward Micah Parsons wherever he is, and I'm telling my quarterback, which, by the way, Jacoby Brissett did really well for most of the game and then didn't late. I want the ball coming out on rhythm. You have to you hit that back foot the last step of your drop, and that ball needs to come out. And when it does, the Packers defense isn't quite good enough because their pass rush isn't affecting the quarterback, and their cover guys aren't quite good enough. But if you hold it even for a hitch or two, because of the pressure, you're either getting sacked or you're giving your secondary enough time to recover. And that is a bad formula if I'm an offensive coordinator.
And quickly, it was like a Packer home game, right?
Sounded like it.
Yeah.
I know my good buddy Rob Hernandez, who had been our high school preps editor at the State Journal for a big chunk of my career there, was there with his wife and a bunch of Packers fans. He posted a picture of his entire section was all Packers fans. So it sounded like there were times where the Arizona Cardinals were on offense, and it was way too loud for it to be a home game. So yes, I would tend to agree that it was at least 50-50 and maybe even more in the Packers' favor.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, Homer, take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde, all Packers all the time. Just go to the app ESPN Wisconsin and follow everything Jason says, and it'll take a lot of time, but it's worth it. This has been Green Bay Game Night. Had Mark Tauscher, Gary Ellerson, Jason Wilde. Will, you have any last comment? You get the comment after everybody else before we close up shop on Green Bay Game Night. Yes, the next game is next Saturday night, and the Packers play against Aaron Rodgers' team, and it'll be huge for a week.
Yeah, I'll keep it quick. I think the secondary needs a lot of improvement. It was very ugly in the first half.
Are they capable of that?
I don't know. They haven't proved it yet. They give up all these short passes in the first half, and then once they start biting on those, then that opens up everything else downfield. I don't know. Tausch wants to give credit to Matt Lafleur, but I don't think I can do it yet. He brought out the field goal unit at first and then called the timeout to go for it on that fourth down. If he's going to go for the kill, I want him to be sure of himself. So we'll see if it carries into next week when they can actually put a team down, because I think that's been the talk of the show, how big the next week's game is against Aaron Rodgers. I think more than anyone, it means the most to Matt Lafleur. So he's going to want to put away Rodgers.
Versus Jordan Love?
I think it's Matt Lafleur versus Aaron Rodgers.
Wow, okay.
No one's going to want to put him away more than Lafleur.
Wow, to prove that it was more Lafleur than people think.
Right.
Yeah, well, I can tell you this. Lafleur can beat him 100-0. It ain't going to change.
Mm-hmm. It won't.
Because they got and achieved a certain level of success with Rodgers that they haven't been able to equal.
Yeah.
And while they're happy with their quarterback. So until that happens, he can, I imagine what Rodgers would say. Fine. Yeah, regular season, give him whatever you want. Let's talk about what the team has done with him as head coach. So, yes, it'll be a what? What's the latest we've gone? Have we gone 2 a.m., 2:30?
Yeah, I have it down here. Our latest caller, I think we went to 2:30 because we had John and Fremont call it.
I want to predict That record's going down. Doesn't matter what happens. The discussion about the Packers against Aaron Rodgers' team. 3 a.m. Put me down on record.
I'll get my coffee.
Got it. Congratulations. Wins are always good. This has been Green Bay Game Night.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group at Good Karma.